त्यो कोले भर्नु भयो एकचोटी मलाई यस लेखेर यस आई हैव लेखेर चाहिँ एकचोटी त्यो गर्नु न है कति जनाले गर्नु भयो म एकचोटी कन्फर्म गराउँछु
So Srishti, I think we have a Slido link. So Milan, can you post the Slido link?
Okay, I see Milan? A lot of people have already done it.
It's added in message section.
So भर्खरै हजुरहरुले चाहिँ च्याटमा चाहिँ एउटा Q&A सेसनको लागि एउटा स्लाइडो भन्ने लिंक पनि देख्नु भएको छ होला त्यो एकचोटी प्लिज सबैजनाले एकचोटी खोल्नुस् न है किनभने हामीले चाहिँ हजुरहरुलाई यो सेसन्सहरु रन गर्दा चाहिँ हजुरहरुसँग हामीले पोल चाहिँ रन गर्ने सोचिरहेका छौं हजुरहरुको ओपिनियन्सहरु जान्नको लागि त्यसको लागि हजुरहरुलाई यो लिंक चाहिने हुन्छ प्लिज क्लिक दैट लिंक एन्ड युज इट So have you guys done it? Like type yes if you have done it in the chat.
No, Srishti. So the Slido actually has a poll where they can actually say yes or no. So Milan, do we have the Slido link for the poll? Yeah, there's a poll option there.
Yes.
So I'll brief from here. So what you need to do is just click on the link and there is a event ID. So after you went to that link, एउटा event ID हाल्ने ठाउँ छ. So GIT_webinar01. So त्यो हाल्नु भयो भने एउटा पेज खुल्छ र you'll see the Q&A section. जहाँ चाहिँ तपाईहरुले चाहिँ आफुलाई लागेको क्वेशनहरु चाहिँ त्यहाँ सोध्न सक्नुहुन्छ. Just click on try sending a question. So त्यहाँ क्लिक गरेर you could send a question. Also we'll have a different poll option or a different quiz in between the meetings. So त्यसको लागि चाहिँ अर्को साइडमा लेफ्ट लाइभ पोल्स भनेर छ. So लाइभ पोल्समा गएर चाहिँ तपाईले पोल्सहरु चाहिँ गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ.
Also in the meantime, कसैको भिडियो अन छ कि त्यो पनि हेर्दिनु होला है bandwidth issue आउन सक्छ during the sessions. So if you have video on, please
Can you repeat it again? भन्नुभएको छ रिमा श्रेष्ठ उहाँले चाहिँ रिपिट गर्ने भन्नुभएको छ Are you saying like you want us to repeat the thing about Slido?
Okay, so give us few minutes. So let us confirm first. So Milan, can you make sure the poll is available because I cannot see the poll there.
The poll is not available. Only Q&A section is available, and some of them have already posted their Q&A session. So I'd like to say it again.
Milan, one minute. So if we have a poll where people confirm how many actually registered on the Genese Cloud Academy, that would be good. So can you actually publish the poll?
Sure, right away. Yeah, poll has been live.
Okay, so let me brief everyone. So if you go to the URL, Slido URL, so the URL is there. Go to the URL, type the event ID, GIT_webinar01. Okay, sorry, whoever is Srishti, maybe you need to mute. It's a little bit noise from your side. Yeah, okay. Everyone who is not speaking, please mute. Okay, so maybe I will share my screen for now. So let me share my screen. Okay, Niranjan, can you stop your screen for now? Okay, I believe everyone can see my screen. Niranjan, can you confirm?
Nope.
No. Yes, actually, yes. So if anyone
presenting, okay,
it should come on your right side. Side ma chahi aउँछ.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, so this is what we would like everyone to do. So go to Slido. Yeah, so that's how you're gonna go there, and then copy the event link. So just click on join. So you would actually join a virtual Q&A panel. So you can see Q&A here. You can see the polls here. So what we would like to do is we would like you to poll, like, confirm how many actually you signed up on this Genese Cloud Academy site. Either do yes or no. So we'll give like probably 2 minutes of your time to, do the, to answer the poll. So please, everyone, log in to go to Slido and then please do the poll. And Milan, I think you can see the response from your side. Yeah, I can see the number increasing. So you got 23 here. So this is good experience. This is actually first time for us as well to running a workshop in this big number. We have been doing the workshop in the number of like 30, 40 numbers, but I mean, we have quite a lot of participants already here. I think we have total of 55 people. So it's gonna be a little bit of hiccup, but yeah, event code, okay. So it is already there, but I'll just double confirm the event codes. The event code is, yeah, it's just posted on the chat message. Yeah, so Vidya, so the event code is here, git_webinar01. Okay, so we have 33 response. We'll just wait for a few more minutes because we got total of 56 participants. So I expect at least 50 response here. It's doing a hard refresh of the page. Okay, it is increasing. So until people are registering, I'll briefly tell about this platform. So Genese Cloud Academy is a online learning platform which is designed to provide online courses to those students and professionals to minimize the gap between academia and industry. So in your 4 years degree, you learn quite many subjects on even on engineering or IT or BBA or BIM, different kind of courses. You learn like probably 40 or 50 different courses, but then those courses may not necessarily help you to get the job in the professional field. So the objective of Genese Cloud Academy is to give you skill-based training, hard training, even soft training as well, so that you would be actually employable much quicker in an efficient way in the job market. And for professionals, you would definitely use these skills to enhance your career, maybe get the promotion, or maybe even choose a career into different path as well. So we have 39 numbers so far. We're still waiting few more numbers. So 58 people are here. So please, who haven't filled the form. Okay, so event ID, let me send you the event ID again. So maybe Milan, can you do the moderation here? Okay, yeah, Krishna is sending the event ID there. Perfect. So okay, so those who have recently joined as well. So we have 39. So I'll wait until 50 and then I will proceed on the next stage. So once you log in, you'll get access to the learning platform. Even today's videos, we're gonna publish it there. And by the way, so Milan, have we started registering the video, recording the video as well?
Yes.
If we haven't, yeah, okay. And those who joined recently, please, turn off the video so we save the bandwidth, because even in Nepal, it's getting difficult for the internet provider to cope up with the bandwidth. So please turn off your videos to save the bandwidth. So Mina, there's an option there on the bottom right-hand side. There's an option to turn off the video. So who else is there? So I think it's a new member. One sec, let me check the name. Yeah, I think we got pretty much everyone with video off. That's perfect. So let's see the number. Sorry. Okay, so it'll be the full screen. That's here. Okay, so we got 40. Still a few more to go. Okay, total 62 is there. So please send your question. Yeah. So you can actually send your questions on the Slido as well. So the questions will be related to a few topics. So let me share the topics as well. So we're gonna start with these 5 different topics. Personal endorsement through social media. So I'll be covering LinkedIn and Facebook. Then we will talk about conducting online chat, meetings, webinars. So these are 3 topics. So and email writing as well. These 3 topics, that's what I'm going to cover. And remaining 2 topics, which is cover letter writing and CV writing, is what Niranjan is going to cover as well. Okay, we have 41. So please make sure you do the poll, everyone. So we have like 63 people. So whoever is remaining, please submit the poll so it's easier for us. Okay, I believe everyone can see my screen as well. 41. Come on, people. Let's get it done to 50 so we can actually start, because we got like almost 64 people. So definitely, we got to reach 50. This is a learning as well. This is learning for everyone. And those people who have joined newly, please turn off your video and put your microphone on mute. So, we save the bandwidth and minimize the noise. So Ektaji, I think you just joined. Please turn off your video. There's an option to turn off the video there. So here is the button. If you are seeing my screen, here is the button where you can like click it, and then you can see the video. That's me. Turn it off. You can actually turn off the video. So yeah, this is one of the things. Maybe I would actually start from the last topic itself. So our last topic was like conducting online chats, meetings, and webinars. So okay, let's wait for 41. We're still 41. Let me refresh. Milan, would you like to post the link one more time and I'll explain? I think probably the Slido link got buried somewhere else. Okay, so what we would like to do, so there is a link from Slido. There's a name of the app called Sly.do, which Milan has just published. So click on the Slido, and then it will ask you to enter the event ID. Just click it here like this, enter the event code, which is already there as well, and then click on join. It will take you to a question and answer and then poll. So on the poll, please, do the poll like whether you have registered to Genese Cloud Academy. If you have, click on yes. If you haven't, then click on no and then send submit. I'm expecting probably 50 response, so I can actually start. We got 42 response here. Okay, I'll give like probably 3 more minutes and then I'm gonna start. So in my laptop, my time is 12:32. I'm based out of London. So in 3 minutes, I'm going to start the session. So until then, I'll just stop my screen share.
Hi, I hope everyone can hear me right now. So we have already talked about Slido and on how we are going to conduct this session as a whole. But before that, I would like to introduce our facilitators and GIT as a whole. So welcome everyone. I'd like to welcome you even if it's late right now. So we are organizing this session, which is Kickstart Your Career in collaboration with Genese Cloud Academy. So we have the CEO of Genese Cloud Academy, Anjani Phuyal sir, who is based in UK right now. We have him facilitating the session, and along with him, we have Mr. Niranjan Udas, the Educate Program Lead of Genese Cloud Academy. So this program is organized in collaboration between Girls in Tech Nepal and Genese Cloud Academy, which is a program under their Skill for Employment program. So, so as Anjani sir has already talked about it, so we have requested you to register on the online platform Genese Cloud Academy because it does provide different courses, different online courses to you. So we hope that you are going to utilize the platform in the future after this webinar, or with or without it, so that you can benefit from it in the future as well. So, so here's the introduction of the program. So after this, so I'm going to mute myself right now. So after this, Anjani sir is going to talk about the topics 4, 5, and 3. So he's going to talk about the endorsement through social media. He's also going to talk about conduction of online chats and meetings and webinars. He's also going to talk about email writing. And after that, Mr. Niranjan Udas is going to take over and he's going to discuss about the remaining 2 topics. So I'll mute myself now.
Okay, thank you very much for the introduction, Srishti. Niranjan, if you could, stop sharing your screen so I can override. Probably, I think I am already overridden. So we are 51. Perfect. So thank you very much, everyone, for who have actually, completed the poll. So we have 51 response. So I believe, can everyone see my screen? Maybe I just need one yes here from the attendee. Okay, Niranjan has stopped, so I think it should be all right. Okay, so we got 51 response. Perfect. So I would think probably I'll start even from the last part itself, conduction of online chats meeting. So as everyone know, we have this pandemic situation. Okay, enough. We have enough response. Thank you very much. So we have this pandemic situation, and initially it might sounds or look like fun, but it is really difficult time. So if someone doesn't know the link, there is one authentic link from John Hopkins University, which actually shows what is actually happening globally. So I would like to take like few minutes about what is the situation globally on this coronavirus situation. I know, I mean, we don't get a lot of time off from our work or from our college, and getting time free is really fun and good. But this is a time we need to think really seriously, because Italy, that they didn't actually thought that it is going to be that serious. Probably a few months back. Now the prime minister is weeping in the media, and it is getting really scary as well. And in Nepal, I have heard that we getting 1 or 2 cases as well. Again, I don't know the official sources, but that's a really scary situation. I request everyone to stay inside as much as possible. Do not do panic buying and shopping. I mean, in Nepal, unlike other countries, it wouldn't be too difficult. I mean, people staying in Kathmandu, yeah, I can understand it can be a little bit difficult, but people staying in, small villages, which is a little bit far from the core city, we have fire stick to cook. We can easily get the freshly produced vegetables, even fruits as well are possible. So I mean, I don't think we need to panic too much, but buy supplies that you require for probably a few weeks, and try to stay inside the home. Do not get out until the situation is under control. There are a lot of okay, let me close my Slack as well so I do not get disturbed. Okay, so until the situation is under control, try to find out, good ways of utilizing your time. You can actually watch videos, movies, go to learnings. So those are going to be really useful. So I'm not sure this site is actually probably under quite big load, so it is not loading too quickly. Okay, I'll show this website later. So in terms of the last topic, which we mentioned about the conduction of online chats. So like I mentioned earlier, there is a free app called Slido, which is really good in terms of doing the events as well. Just like you have seen, we do not have any questions at the moment. But if someone actually want to post a question, it is going to pop up here. Like we have the polls, and we have seen like 51 people did the poll as well. And I think Milan can actually even share the picture of the poll, like how many people are registered, how many no. It gives like a really nice graphs as well. So this is really good poll if you want to do, even like within your friend circle, you want to do any maybe funny stuff or maybe learning stuff as well. So the poll can be like anything. For example, if someone is supposed to learn particular topic in their colleges, then you can actually post like, okay, who knows about this topic, and then people can respond as well. So that's one good way. Q&A is another good way as well. And in terms of online tools, so we actually use a tool called Google Meet. So this is I think enterprise version of Google Hangout. So Google Hangout is freely available if you got a Gmail account. So that is a really good platform as well. In terms of using the video conferencing. So if you can imagine, like we got 71 people, concurrent people joining at the same time. If you can imagine the crowd this 71 people is going to create, it's going to be a really big crowd. But I mean, it is happening, a little bit hiccups, but it is happening really in a good way. So yes, Google Meet is one platform. Another platform is called Zoom. There's something called zoom.us. Yeah, so Zoom actually has a really free plans as well. So again, this talk is nothing about selling. It's all about like what we can leverage with the free platform itself. Even on Slido, for example. Let me Slido. Okay, so that's Slido. And in terms of what Slido offers, so the free plan actually offers quite a lot of big things. And you can see like a lot of big companies use this. So companies like Booking.com, Coca-Cola, Oracle, Spotify, they all use Slido. And the free plan is like a $0. It actually gives quite a lot of features, like 3 polls, quite a lot of events, topics. It's very good. So now another tool, which is called zoom.us. Again, the free plan actually supports up to 100 participants. You can do unlimited one-to-one meetings. That time is quite unlimited. If you want to do the group meeting, then 40 minutes limitation is there. Similarly, if you are students, if you work in an academic institution, then Microsoft provide free package of Office 365, with a certain package called, I think it's E1, or there is certain package available. So that also offered some sort of like a tool called Microsoft Teams. So that can be used to do online collaboration as well. Similarly, okay, what are the other tools? So yeah, Amazon has called Amazon Chime as well. So one of my colleague would actually send you the link on the chat and later as well. So Chime has actually offered a free service. Even the premium Chime service is free as well, which does the online meeting as well. So yes, there are quite a lot of tools which are available. So you can actually leverage these tools to do the online meetings. Now, what is the the do's and don'ts of the online meeting? So I think someone who has joined recently is using camera, and maybe they are not aware itself. So I think you can see on my screen there is a camera here. I cannot see the name. Okay, so see, this is also, maybe it is not intentional, I just put full screen so I can probably see the name. Maybe it's Susmita, I'm not sure, maybe yes. So it may be unintentional that, you don't want to show your camera, but then, these kind of tools sometimes, they have the camera built-in feature available, which means it actually by default populates the camera. So for example, so I think you can see me now. So what you can do, so on the top of your screen, not sure how I can show that actually. So on the top of your laptop, you can always have like the laptop camera cover. So basically what that camera cover gives is like, it's a hard cover, which means even though you turn on the camera, so maybe I think one of my colleague can do that, because Niranjan is great fan of using the laptop cover, Niranjan, I believe. So can you actually turn on your video with the laptop cover on and then show people how it works, how it looks like? I know it sounds really basic, and so a lot of people might be already using, but the idea is like, we want to make normal people aware who actually is not leveraging this feature. So yeah, so you can see Niranjan here. If you cannot see Niranjan, I'm just going to pin Niranjan. So for example, okay, so this person, yeah, so I'll pin Srishti. So Srishti doesn't have camera on. So, she has her profile picture here. In case of Niranjan, I pin Niranjan. So he has his camera on, but it is looking black because he has a physical, button or like a cam cover, which is actually covering. Niranjan, can you, if you don't mind, could you actually, remove the cover? Yeah, perfect. So Niranjan, remove the cover, and then his camera is still on, so you can see him. Now, if you can flip the cover back, Niranjan. Yes. So this is one of the really good way, if you are doing like online chats, and it could be like anything for Facebook, or it could be on anything, unintentional video on kind of is a really, sometimes it can be really embarrassing as well. And, we do not want to do that. So yes, this is one way you can actually protect yourself, and always make sure, for example, whenever you try to join, there are multiple options. You make sure, what are these options, and before even joining as well on a new call, so you will get an option to, mute the, or like, close your camera itself. So you can actually, flick the button. This is like a mute button. So when you join, you can actually always mute as well. So which means your background noise doesn't come as well. So some of the fundamentals I would like to repeat again. If you do not have a camera cover, try to get camera cover. It's really cheap as well. Or if you go to the events, some of the events actually give it as a swag as well. I think for now it is not possible, but yeah, in future that's one good tip. Whenever you join this kind of meetings, make sure your camera is off. It saves your privacy. It actually saves the bandwidth as well, so that's a good thing. And whenever you are in the meeting, which everyone has done, see, like everyone is basically mute. Perfect. Because if you are not mute, what will happen is, for me, I'll turn on my video. So I'm using my headphone to do the session, which means if there is a noise coming on your background, then it is actually going to irritate my ear, and it is going to irritate all the listeners as well, and that's not good as well. So one of the good habits is like always make sure you mute. So these are the two things. And now another problem is the headset problem as well. So even though we might be working in tech from long time, this headset problem is a fundamental problem, and a lot of people actually suffer from the headset problem. What that means is sometimes you connect headset, but then you are not actually listening on your mic. Okay, maybe I'll just make my video on. So you can see my interaction. So the problem happens because you may not actually listen on your ear, and then your the voice might be coming from your default speaker, from your laptop or from your computer. Maybe your so for example, I have an integrated mic here. Maybe your voice is not coming from the mic, it is coming from the laptop mic as well. And the problem is like with the Skype as well, it's the same problem. And what will happen, for example, I believe you are not listening a lot of noise on the background when I'm speaking, because I have a really nice headset and a microphone which does the noise cancellation and everything, so you hear like really crystal clean. But if, for example, at the same time I use the computer or inbuilt microphone, then it actually covers all the background noise as well, and then you listen and you hear that noise as well, which means my voice wouldn't be that clear compared to how I'm speaking. So how you can change the settings, for example, okay, again closing the video. So there's a setting here, settings. There's audio and video setting as well. So if people want to not use the, let's say, their webcam or computer or laptop camera, and you have like a specialized camera, you can always choose a different camera, and then flip through it as well. The video resolution as well, you can always change the settings as well, especially on the audio side. So my headphone is called Tampa Raid. It's a Bluetooth enabled headphone. So yes, that's there. I can always use like a inbuilt or internal as well. So if something doesn't work, this is the setting. And all the different providers, they have settings. So I have, like, if you can imagine, so many video conferencing tools actually. So I have like a Zoom as well. Not sure if I can show it on the Zoom without logging in. Yeah. So it's a very good tool as well. So I think on Zoom, probably there's somewhere on the preference. Yeah, there's somewhere on the preference. You can always, test your speaker. Oh yeah, that's another good thing as well. You can always test your speaker basically before joining the call. Make sure you can hear the noise, you can hear the sound. Test your mic. Yeah, it does the recording and stuff. You can see this bar flicking as well. You can actually change the input volume. So I saw it on 2 places. So I'd like to do one more on Skype. I think Skype, not sure if a lot of people use Skype, but yeah, there are options on the Skype as well. For example, you can always go on audio and video setting. Okay, it depends. The Mac would have a different setting as well. Windows would have a different setting, but it doesn't matter. We all are like tech interested people, so we can always figure out where it is. But yeah, that's where, for example, the microphone setting is. So it is using the default one. So I can always choose like temperate. That's my headphone. I can always choose this one. Yeah, so these are some of the fundamentals. And there's another good thing on the Skype as well. There's something called echo test call is there as well. Interesting. Yeah, maybe it's still available. So what you can do, rather than trying to call people and say that, okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me? So this is like we spend 10 minutes or even more sometimes on the call to make sure that other people is hearing you, and especially it becomes really irritating when you are doing like a multiple conference call as well. So this is a call here. You can actually do to an automated test service. What it does, you do the call get received automatically. You do some sort of speaking with them, and then it will actually play back whatever you said earlier. That will make sure that what you said someone else is hearing, and what they are saying you can hear as well. So this is really good as well. So try to be ready, like at least I would say 10 minutes before the actual conference call that's happening online. Try to get ready, and especially on the dressing side as well. So I would say at least do a decent dressing. I know, like if you do not want to turn on the video, then you might think like people may not see it, but then I have shown out the accidental chances that your camera might be accidentally on. Something could happen, and it will actually save you from quite a lot of big embarrassment as well. So I would always strongly suggest whenever you're doing the video conference, the conference call, and those kind of things, try to make sure you do like some sort of decent dressing, make it ready. So for example, me myself, I'm on a chair, so try to be in a proper position. So it's like it gives you energy as well. So for example, if you wake up early and stay in the bed, use a laptop and whole day long, even in the middle of the day when you have like some important meeting going on, you do not feel the same level of energy. So even to energize, maybe go to the washroom, wash your face, maybe freshen up, sit down in a proper manner. So these are like really good fundamental ethics that you can actually use. Okay, so okay, I'll just now another part I would like to cover. So any questions so far on the online ethic on what you do during the video conferencing? You want to know about any tools or anything? Any questions, it is easier if you post on Slido. So the question is going to pop up here. I see no one actually has any, done any Q&As here. So Srishti, do you want to break for a few minutes to see, or we want to answer, any questions regarding this, or do you want me to continue?
Sir, I think we can continue on the next topic because I see a few people talking about when the other topics are going to be covered. So I think we are good to go with other topics.
Okay, sure. So the next topic about the social media, how we do our branding, how we actually do our endorsement, and those kind of things. So Milan, if you could post another poll regarding the LinkedIn, so we will give. Okay, so I have one question here until we have another poll. Yeah, so the another poll is already here. So until the poll is completed, I will again give like, probably 2-3 minutes time. So we have 12:51 here, maybe 4 more minutes. So how many of you are active or you have the LinkedIn account? So please do the poll. Until then, I will do the answer here. So I heard Hangout can be used to do free call. What's that about? Yes, Hangout can be used to do free call in US. So I think it has like a certain credit and you can actually do a free call to the US numbers, landline and mobile numbers, but you cannot use Hangout to call. Definitely Nepal, that's not possible. I think there are some countries landline numbers, you can actually do call through Hangout. That's possible. Okay, any more questions here? In terms of poll, we have 35. Again, I'd like to wait till 50. And Milan, is there a way you can actually share the inside of the poll? Can I see somewhere, or how does that work? Okay, you can send messages on Slack. I can open the Slack. Okay, another good tool as well, if you are not using, Slack is a really good tool for collaboration. It's slightly different than Facebook and Skype. So we can have like a multiple channels. So this is like for our Girls in Tech Slack channel. We have like a different, Slack channel, different workspace for different customers as well. So this is like one of my customer. This is, for example, a different one. This is a different company called DigitalOcean. This is like regarding the AP and amateur. So yeah, Slack is really good in terms of collaboration as well. Okay, so I'm waiting for Milan to give me a report until the 50 comes. I'm really excited to see how many people have answered yes. Okay, any more? Please, do your poll here so it's easier for me to understand what is the current status. Okay, great. So 89% yes, 11% no. It's really good, actually. No, okay, that's a previous one, actually. Okay, Milan, can you do for, yeah. Okay, 98% yes, haven't created account yet, 2%. Okay, that's really good, actually. So you all are actually using LinkedIn. So, okay, how LinkedIn is going to be really useful, how you can leverage the LinkedIn platform. That's what I'm going to showcase now. So I will first, share my LinkedIn. Okay, so that's my LinkedIn. I'm going to post it here. For everyone, if you want to add and connect me to LinkedIn, feel free to do that. Okay. So I think I should not be asking if anyone uses Facebook. I think everyone uses Facebook. So what is the difference, like especially for students and for professionals, what is the difference it makes and how it can bring the social visibility, which is more valuable? So Facebook is valuable in a way that, you can connect with your friends, circles, and a lot of people in Nepal, they use Facebook. So it is good in a way. But in terms of coverage, for example, you got like a really nice article, you have written that article and you post it on Facebook. How the Facebook algorithm works, let's say you got like, I don't know, 1,000 people on your network, but Facebook doesn't actually post it, make it visible to all the 1,000 people. So it doesn't get seen on the feed of all those 1,000 people. It could be just seen on like a portion of that 1,000 people on your list. So which is good. If you might have like a lot of your friends on the Facebook, so they can still see it. But the advantage of LinkedIn is if you do a post anything on the LinkedIn, the reach can be like, really, I think someone is not mute. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. So what will happen if you post anything on LinkedIn? It actually goes to your secondary and tertiary level as well. In terms of Facebook, what that means, for example, if you post something, it goes to your friend. It hardly goes to your friend's friend, or it is very, the visibility is very less to your friend's friend, or maybe second or third or fourth level connection. But in LinkedIn, that's really possible. I would like to showcase some of the examples. So first, I think I would like to showcase, again, I'm not saying, my profile is perfect, but I mean, comparatively, it is really better compared to how many people have built their profile. Or if you haven't updated anything, then, you can take my profile as an example. The reason is because, this profile actually landed me on, let me put the Slack quit back on. So this profile actually, landed me on a really good job with one of the American bank as well. So when I was working with a company called Rackspace, I actually got a LinkedIn message from one of the recruiter from Capital One Bank, which is the 7th largest bank of US. And through the LinkedIn message, I started conversation with the person, and then finally I go into the interview, and then I got a job as a senior cybersecurity manager for a really big bank. So I mean, that's one example. Actually, my profile is an example that it actually can lead you to a really good and successful career path as well. So the good thing is so LinkedIn is used as a recruiting tool as well from the recruiters and the companies there. So how they use, basically they use the keywords that you have used on your profiles. For example, if you can see my profile, so I've used like public cloud consultant, APN ambassador. So for example, if someone is going to search from maybe AWS, DevOps, so they use a couple of keywords like that. So it is about visibility, what keywords actually bring you in a really visible way. So, for example, see, I have put a detailed list of my skills as well. So if it is not visible, I'm going to zoom it. See, there are like so many keywords which I already know. I have actually added it as my um, skills as well, because recruiters, they actually search using these keywords. They need people with these keywords, so my profile will become visible, which means they have a higher chance that they see my profile and then they can contact me as well. You can see a stats as well. See, it's a really good one. We call it like online stalking as well. So in Facebook, if for example I see a lot of different profiles, people's profiles, and I do not click on add or something, then they wouldn't know about that. I don't think they know. I'm not aware. But in LinkedIn, it is actually possible that you keep on stalking someone and they can actually know that someone is watching their profile. So maybe if you click on this one, so because I don't have premium one, so it only gives like a limited access. But for example, okay, I mean, it's my profile, so I think I can feel free to showcase. So there are like people who are watching my profile, so I can see that someone who is a Prasanna Dangal is watching my profile, but he's not connecting. I can always go and see his profile. Is he going to be good to be on my connection? Oh, actually, he had sent me the request. I didn't realize that. So, okay, I can click on accept because he's an engineering student and we work with the students. So that's perfect. So I can, click on accept. Yeah, so that's one good use case there. So it can be even filtered through like which organization. So a lot of people, so Girls in Tech is our own organization. So we have like 5 people who is working in Girls in Tech has been looking at my profile. 38 people who is working in Asian Development Bank are working in my profile. You can always reactivate premium as well. It actually gives you 1 month free trial as well. It is good learning basically to understand how the premium pattern works, what data you can get as well. So 31 people working in DFID. So it's always good. 20 people have job title, policy program administrator. They are watching my profile. So this is really good insight, right? Okay, so now let me go back to my profile again. So if you haven't, added these details on your profile, please add these details because it makes your professional visibility really, really ahead. So another example would be try to add your experience in a really detailed way. So this is like I just edited recently, so I haven't got opportunity to add more details, but it is always good to add details about what you are doing as a part of this role. For example, I have done it on this one. So I'm one of the AWS startup scout. So basically I work with Amazon for Pakistan region. So here I have read like, okay, hello startup friends, blah, blah, blah. So because as a part of this role, I'm working with the startups. Okay, I think a mute is required. Okay, so I have a keyword startup here, Scout here, Amazon here. So if someone is trying to find some people who is working with startups, then they will find me. It's a higher chance that they are going to find me. Similarly, I have my titles added. So for example, in this case, global CTO. So I have all the details written here. So this is like a CV actually. In the modern day, you don't actually even need CV. When people send me a CV, rather than looking at it, their CV as a person who is hiring quite a lot of people. So you might be wondering why I'm explaining this kind of thing. So I have almost 15 years experience, working in IT, have been recruiting people from almost last 12, 13 years itself. Currently in Genese solution, we are a team of almost 100 people globally, and I take part in direct and indirect hiring of all of those people as well. So you can imagine, I would be dealing with quite a lot of CVs, which I have done actually throughout my career. So rather than even looking at CV, what I do, I'll quickly find their name, put it on LinkedIn, and then I will see what they have done. It's so nice and easy as well to figure out that. So you can see what I have done in Rackspace. I've just listed in so many details. So this is one area, right? Okay, another one. You do not need to probably put your school and stuff. That's not relevant. If you put your bachelor's degree and if you got master's degree or something, just put it there. That's perfect. If you got any global certification. So for me, I have done quite a lot of certifications from Microsoft, from MongoDB, from Amazon, from Cisco, and different provider. So I've actually added all the certifications here. So you might be bored when I click on showing my certifications. This is quite a lot. Okay, I'll just quickly go through it. The idea is not to showcase my certification, but yeah. So some of the examples. So these are the professional certification, but then if you do not have a professional certification, it is also still good to post something. You can, oh sorry, it's gone. So you can still post something. For example, you do a free course from the Udemy. You do a free course from maybe there's a Facebook has a blueprint course as well. There are a lot of free courses available. You do like a free course of Python, free course of digital marketing. They will give some sort of certificate. Feel free to add that certificate because that will give a validation. And similarly, LinkedIn has skill. They have a skill assessment program as well now. So you can always do take a skill. You see here. So I think I might have done some of them as well. Yeah. So see, I've actually done the Amazon Web Services AWS skill test. So initially they used to have something called you map your skills. So for example, I'll tell one example. If someone says that, I know Python, I have been using Python from long time, what I would like to see on his, as a hiring person, what I would like to see on his LinkedIn, I would like to see you posting Python as your skill. And at the same time, if you do a Python assessment that is provided by LinkedIn, then I have a more validation. It's just like a driving license. You just say that I know how to drive. That's not going to help, because if you show your driving license and say that I can drive very nicely and I have a license as well, then the chance of getting yourself hired is very much bigger. It's the same thing. For example, if you know something, for example, if you know like a Git, it is always good. You can do the LinkedIn assessment. It is a validated skills here. So this is a really good way to showcase your skills, guys, girls. So there's an option here, take skills quiz. So for example, whatever skills you choose, you can always for example, Python language, go here, you start the test. It's not long as well, see, just 15 minutes test. So you need to get 70% to pass, retry in 3 months. So if you do not pass, then you cannot retry multiple times. So, make sure that you are ready to give the test as well. This is a good validation, I would say. Okay, I'm not going to do the Python test now. Okay, so I have my skills listed here. How can I minimize? Okay, another thing, the recommendation side. So LinkedIn has a feature called recommendation, which is really good as well. So for example, if some student, if there's a student in this session and they want to take recommendation for students, for freshers, what I would say, you take recommendation from your teacher, or for maybe someone whom you are working together with in a project, or maybe someone you might be studying in a training institute or something. Take a recommendation from the training institute teacher. It's always good. So what you do, click on ask for recommendation and whom you want to take recommendation from. So for example, so Niranjan is my colleague. Oh, there's so many Niranjan. Okay, so this is the Niranjan whom I'm talking about. So how do you know Niranjan? So Niranjan reported directly to you. Yes, so he reports me directly. Position at the time. So I'm a chief executive officer at Genese Cloud Academy. So what I can do, I can actually always click next. So this is a default message. I would highly encourage not to use the default message all the time. It is good, but everyone knows this is a default message. Just use some effort, right? For example, this actually goes to the email writing part as well. This is pretty much like email basically. So what you can do, always just to use the uppercase letter here. That's always good. Hi, Niranjan. So this is another example of how you write the email as well. Formatting and these kind of things are really important and useful as well. You can always say like hi Niranjan, I hope you are good. And because today is Monday, right? Today is Monday and our office is closed Saturday and Sunday. So I can always say, hi Niranjan, I hope you are good. And I hope you're good and had a nice weekend. This is not a good time with the corona. I believe everyone is at home. So we need to be a little bit sensitive. But yeah, this is usual how you do. Like, for example, I hope you're good and had a nice weekend. You can always write like, I'm wondering. And there is something called something called Grammarly here, which I've installed. So what I will do, I will make some mistakes here in terms of spelling. I'm wondering if you can, okay, I'm just trying to make some mistakes. Can write some recommendation, yeah, about me. Okay. I can always do, yeah, my name is not going to correct. So I would say this is a really standard email. Make sure you have this comma here, try to make a spacing and always read, when you send email, it is really difficult to undo or it's almost impossible to undo as well. So always make sure you read what you have written once. So for example, what I'm going to do, hi Niranjan, I hope you're good and had a nice weekend. I'm wondering if you can, so there's a typo. And we all can make mistakes, and especially me. I never learned computer typing. How people used to do like ASDF and use the finger to without looking at the keyboard. I'm still the old school guy actually. I have to see my keyboard to type, and it could be true for many people. It's nothing wrong with that. It is better if you can type without watching the keyboard. That's perfect. But if you cannot do that, then also it's fine. But then it cannot be the excuse that you send mistakes and typos. So just make sure there are typos there. So the reason it is highlighted, LinkedIn doesn't highlight it that way. So I have a tool called Grammarly here. I have added it as a browser plugin. So I will again, if one of my colleagues can send the link or make a note of the link later, something called Grammer, like Grammarly. So again, you can pay for the tool as well, but I'm using the free version of the tool, something called Grammarly. You have a browser plugin as well. So what it does, okay, so it actually highlights if you make any mistakes. And the good thing is, it actually even show the correction. So I don't even need to type, or if I do not know the spelling, now that's the problem, because we used to know the spelling quite a lot in the past, but we don't know it anymore. Or like maybe we are like so confused because we didn't write so much. We might be confused. This is really helpful. See, now I just did the correction so quickly, and I can actually do send. Yeah, so the Grammarly is still checking here. Okay, it looks good. Or I can always go and make it in a bigger screen as well. I think the Grammarly has this option. Yeah. Okay, it is complaining about as well. Why it is complaining? Okay, so this is another good example. See, again, we studied English for so many years, but our English may not be perfect, and it is a good chance to learn and correct as well. So here it seems like the about is not the right word, and I think I should be using for. Perfect. So you have 2 additional writing issue, but I wouldn't care too much. That's more about go to the premium and stuff. So this is good enough for me. I'm wondering if you can write some recommendations for me. Thanks, Anjani. So perfect. It says like correctness good, clarity good. Yeah. So how this is doing, the Grammarly is also using AI, ML, artificial intelligence, machine learning on the background to do all these kind of checks. Nowadays, they are even checking like, how is your email. For example, if you are really angry with your boss and you are typing like some really angry and bad email, it will actually make sure that that the email is really aggressive, and maybe you might want to repaint it in future. So it's a really good way nowadays. So try to make use of these words as well. Yeah, it actually shows. Yeah, this is a good one. So this actually is a new feature. It shows that it is appreciative. So my tone of the email is appreciative. Okay, it doesn't sound very friendly. That's what it says. Optimistic, maybe a bit less optimistic. Yeah, so that's a good way. So I'm sending my recommendation request to Niranjan. So Niranjan on the other side, he will receive the recommendation request and he can write a good thing for me. And sometimes, it could be good as well, because people might be like, if Niranjan is my boss and senior, then he might be like, too busy to write about me. He would just say like, okay, what do you want me to write? Just send it over to me. I'll review it. And if it is good enough, then I can write it for you as well. Some people, senior people might say that like that as well. So always you can feel free to draft something and send it over to them. If they feel it is good enough, they can either correct it or and then post it to you. So some of the recommendation I have received, for example, so this guy is like my so he runs a recruitment agency, and he actually got a job for me in the past. So what he has written: Anjani is very professional DevOps contractor. His AWS experience and skills are exceptional, a real gem to work with. Looking forward to work with you in future. So what this means basically, I mean, he wrote good thing about me. I'm happy. But what this actually proves that if, for example, in future, someone is looking at my profile, that means they see that, some third person actually recommended about me. It is all about, confidence, because, for example, in the group, I'll take one of the name, Anima. So, for example, I never worked with Anima, but then I have worked with Melissa. So if I ask Melissa, how is Anima? Is she a good person to work with? And if Melissa says, Anima is okay, I mean, I do not find her really comfortable, then I immediately have a bad impression that, okay, maybe, I would have a bad impression with Anima, working with Anima. But if, on the other hand, if Melissa says that, oh, Anima is like a real gem, she's such a nice person to work with, then, I have a positive vibes already. It is the same thing, basically. On LinkedIn, if someone gives like a really, good recommendation for you, it already creates a better image with your future employer, or maybe wherever you are going to work. Same thing, I have like so many good. So for example, like always having a review from a senior person is really good. So this is a company I work with like almost, I don't know, maybe 10 years back or something in London, my first company there. So he's senior to Anjani, but he didn't manage me directly. So, I mean, he has written like Anjani has great deals of hands-on experience managing internal networks, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, he has written a good thing about me, and he says like overall a great guy, which is really good, good thing. And like this, my another manager. So I have like a lot of people, giving me this kind of like recommendations. So this is good. And just taking recommendation is not good enough. You should be giving recommendation. And even to give recommendation, you do not need to be senior always. So for example, I work with Biplav Karki, who was my junior. He wrote like, Anjani sir is one of the best leader I have ever met. His technical and management skills turns out to be one. So this is good as well, because it actually shows how, as a senior person, you work with your colleague, with your junior as well. Do they respect you? Do they actually take you as a hero, or do they actually take you as a role model? So this is really good as well. For example, if I want to, like, out of these 71 people in the future, maybe I would like to say, I have a vacancy available. And for example, if someone want to, work in the company, they might always want to understand how this person who is trying to hire Mr. Anjani is. How does he actually, behave with his staff? Is he like good enough? Is he like okay person? So this actually gives a really good, image as well. So I have given, I'm a little bit bad as well. I haven't given like quite a lot of recommendation, but I have given a few recommendations already. So, I've given recommendation to Kishan, for example, I work with him. So I just wrote like a really good thing about him, or whatever the experience I have received with him, similar to other people as well. So that's about the LinkedIn recommendation as well. And then accomplishment, you can always, put your accomplishment as well. Okay, so I would like to quickly move on to how much the social media coverage LinkedIn can make. So for example, I have actually posted a certification that I received 2 weeks back. So that's the certification, which is an Amazon certification on AWS Certified Advanced Networking Specialty. So what I did, I just wrote, I'm happy to announce that I have completed my 8th AWS certification as an AWS Certified Advanced Networking Specialty, 3 more to go. That's what I wrote. And at the same time, I would like to show you how many people I have on the LinkedIn. Okay. So connection, oh yeah, you can see the connection here. It's like I have 12,333 connection on my LinkedIn. Okay, now if you see the coverage of this post, so you can actually see 234 people did the interaction. So now LinkedIn has actually added, what are the interactions like? So thumbs up, clap, a love button as well. So there are a lot of people who have interacted. 234 is a good number, but I have 12,000. So out of 12,000, I mean, it's okay. 234 is not that great. 47 comments, which is all right. And what this means, I mean, I'm not proud that because people like my post or something. I'm proud because people see what I have done. So they will now remember me somewhere that, okay, a guy named Anjani has posted something regarding Amazon. So in the future, if any employer want to know about Amazon, they might want to remember me. If any colleague want to, ask about Amazon, they might remember me. Now, I would like to ask everyone. So, there's like, this is people interacted, but a lot of people might have seen it, isn't it? There are like how many people? 12,000 people on my network. So they might have seen the post. So can you imagine how many people have seen my post? I would like people to, post on the Q&A section. Can you just, okay, I think Q&A is good. Or maybe here itself is fine. Can you actually post the number here? Can you guess, like, how many people might have seen this particular post? And I will reveal the number. Just make some wild guess. So this is just like, okay, 12,000, perfect. Any more guesses? I'd like to give probably another 10, 15 seconds. 40, 10K, 5K. Okay, perfect. So I would like to reveal that now. Boom, boom, boom. So I got around 14,000. So I think someone was very close. So who was close? Maybe I'll say 15,000 is a close one. Another 15,000 is close. Susmita is close, and 12,000 as well. Yes. And the interesting thing is, you might be wondering that, like if someone has a 13,000 connection on LinkedIn, I mean, 13,000 people viewing wouldn't be a new thing. But the interesting thing here is you can actually see the insights. Again, that's much different to what Facebook offers. So I have 124 people viewing from Amazon. So a lot of big consulting companies. So you might have heard Tata. So Tata actually employs more than 1 lakh people or 100,000 people. So Srishti, time check. How are we doing on time?
Sir, it's about 7 p.m. In Nepal right now, so we are kind of late in our schedule, but I think if we make it a bit faster, we can finish it on
Okay,
time.
cool. Perfect. So in the meantime, Srishti, what I would like to do is I have opened your LinkedIn. So you have a really nice LinkedIn compared to what a lot of people. So you do not have much details here on the LinkedIn. Here is actually good.
Yeah,
So until I continue with the sharing, can you try to fill in, and then
yeah,
the how I showcase the LinkedIn skills edition? Can you try to do that, and then we'll showcase again. So I'll just take a
yeah.
picture, or like I think it's fine. I would reference that. Okay. So if you see here, like a lot of big companies like Leapfrog, we have 25 views from Leapfrog, Cognizant 46. Infosys, even Microsoft, Accenture, Fusion. A lot of people are actually, viewing my profile, and then it actually shows what different titles people are using, which places they are doing as well. And another interesting thing is, I will click this. No, not this one. So another interesting thing is, like on my 234 interactions. So in Facebook, usually people who are on your friend circle, so they will interact. People who are not on your friend circle, they would hardly interact, isn't it? So see, all the people who are interacting is my first connection. So in this case, first connection is a friend. I'm going to scroll down, scroll down. Okay, it's not over. Okay, still first connection. This is interesting. This actually starts getting interesting from here. See, people who are not in my contact, they are actually interacting as well. And this is a good opportunity for me to connect those people whom I could be interested in. See, all these are like a second level people. I mean, second connection. There's like a people from third, 3+ connection are there as well. So see the value, see the reach it is actually getting. It's a really good reach. Okay, so I like to close this post now. Okay, another example. I posted another certification. This is fairly new. I posted 5 days back. It has got like almost 2,000 views as well. And like people viewing from Amazon, Liftfrog, Fuse Machine, all the big companies, even from Microsoft, from like other Cloud Factory, different companies, people are viewing it. And the interaction is getting good as well. And the good thing is, if someone says, congratulations, it is always good for you to interact. Just say thanks. So that way, it actually increases your reach as well. Yeah. So about the webinar itself, so I posted it here. We got like 371 views, and we can see like where people are viewing from. Okay, that's one area as well. And then I posted out my title, and it has like almost 3,000 views as well. And a lot of people from different area. So this is specific to my career and my role. But as a student, what you should be doing, for example, you completed the LinkedIn assessment, you can post it. When you do that, then people who are trying to hire maybe Python developer, they can actually know about you. Maybe if you are a digital marketing expert, post about some of the certification that you do from regarding the Google, regarding the Facebook or something, post it here. If you are a marketing person, post it about the HubSpot certification you have done. Or a lot of people actually, they do a writing here as well. I think one of my colleague, Bikram, he did one writing. Not sure if I can find it here. Okay, so I'm not also very much perfect here, but yes. So, oh yeah, his post. I think even maybe in document, no, his post. Articles actually. Yeah. So you can actually write articles here as well. And the article gets noticed quite a lot. If you write like really good article, people start noticing you. For example, Bikram wrote this article. I I don't think I can see the insight of this article, was written almost 1 year before. So this is really good as well. Writing the articles this way, and you actually get quite a lot of followers, a lot of comments as well, which is very good, because this is a professional platform. Maybe in Facebook, if you write about something, some tech related stuff, your friends, families may not, interact with quite a lot. But in LinkedIn, it's more of a professional network. So writing this kind of articles is going to be good as well. Okay, so Srishti, so are we done from your side? So stay waiting for your feedback. Okay, maybe Srishti is still mute. Okay, so what's our next? So we talk about so any question on the LinkedIn or social media branding side? I think Facebook, everyone uses Facebook. I wouldn't like to touch base quite a lot on Facebook. I would regard LinkedIn as a professional network where you would be posting about your updates, which actually, give you more leverage to get jobs, or to, help you build your professional career and skills as well. Email writing side, I touched base briefly earlier, but then again, it is always good. So let me go back to my email. So it is always good, even you don't work in a company or something, it is always good to add a signature on your email. So you can just quickly Google and then see how to add a email signature. You'll find it. Try to add your email, your phone number, any other affiliation. For example, if you are like certified in something, just add that. If you are like maybe an engineer doing a current degree or something, just try to add that as well. So see, like I do not even need to type it. It just comes automatically. And again, writing the email, just type, select the email address, subject. This is a very, very important topic. Always try to select, for example, you are trying to apply a job. Always try to, put a relevant subject, like job application for the post of digital marketing analyst. So see, I'm typing really in a bad way, but I have my tool, which actually helps me quite a lot. So this is a good way. And it's always good. You can write hi, but I would prefer you write something like dear. I mean, you can write sir and those kind of things, but I think probably in the tech world, it is actually good. If you, and another good thing, see, like the benefit here, this one, it is actually auto suggesting, and you do tab. It's just you don't need to type as well. That's really good. Dear Niranjan, I think I'm fine with that, but I mean, if you want to write Niranjan sir or something, that's fine as well, but probably just name is good enough as well. Or dear HR or dear hiring representative, whoever you want to write, okay? Okay, for some reason, it is not auto-correcting. Okay, dear Niranjan, maybe it's a little bit small, I'll make it big. So now cover letter as well. So I think Niranjan might cover a few things regarding the CV writing. I'd like to brief about how you do the email. So dear Niranjan, I would like to apply for the job as advertised in the Mero job portal with reference ID 12345. Please find my CV attached. Even Google is giving the recommendation. You can always write thanks and regards. You have your footer there. Just do the correction. Do not, please, I would request, do not press send without reading your email at least once or twice. It is always recommended read once, twice, or thrice before sending. And usually what happens, people forget to attach the CV. That's a fundamental problem. Do not just send email with CV attached and not writing anything on the title and anything on the body. That's really rude. And people, hiring people doesn't actually entertain those kind of applications. It is always good. I'd like to apply for the job advertised in, just do the correction. Mail job portal with reference ID. Please find my CV attached. That's fine. You don't need to write like curriculum vitae or something. CV is enough. Like, it is good enough actually. And try to do the attachment from here. So for example, I would try to do maybe this one. So let's assume this is my CV. So what you definitely want to do, you want to rename it properly. Do not write CV _1 _final _2. A lot of people do that. See, how does it look like? It looks so crap. It's so bad, isn't it? What you would want to do, always write in a proper way. Rename the file, maybe in a standard format, Anjani Phuyal _CV. Yeah, that's okay. I wanted to actually make it even better. Yeah, or maybe just Anjani Phuyal is good enough. That's fine. Because you have already said, like, the reason is, think from the other side. If the hiring person is actually downloading your CV, and if, for example, the application has been, applied by how many people, like on the call now, we have like almost 70 people, right? For example, if all the 70 people just write CV.pdf on their, as a file name, imagine the hiring person downloading all those CV, they're gonna have like 70 files with the same name. Imagine the nightmare they have to handle as well. So this makes you unique and distinct as well, and always send CV. It is recommended to send in a PDF format unless they want in a really, Word format. So regarding the CV, Niranjan is going to tell in details. All of these topics, I can take probably, 1 hour on each topic, and it can be really vast as well. Today, it's more of a tester session. I would like to quickly, explain some of the fundamentals. And if you are more interested, we would be doing like a deep dive on each and every topic in future. So I think probably that's pretty much it from my side. I'll take like few minutes to answer the questions, and after that, I would like to hand it over to Niranjan. Anything I missed, Rusty?
So you have question on Q&A session.
Yeah, we have some questions.
Okay.
Later.
Okay, Niranjan, where do I start? Sorry, Milan, where do I start from? From the top? Okay, maybe.
Yeah, from the beginning.
How does it work? Okay. Okay, can you give tips and tricks to increase reach to professionals in LinkedIn? Okay, so That's a good question. I think you're seeing my screen, and I do that as well. Please do not share with other people. But I do similar thing as well. So always good idea is like I would say if you want to be like if you are in a stage where you are trying to get a job or trying to get into like a really good career path, make LinkedIn as your the homepage. For example, in my case, I don't think I have any homepage, or Google is my homepage. Put LinkedIn as your homepage. For example, you see this. So this guy Siddhant Pandey, he's a chairman and CEO of Business Oxygen. It's a very big, private funding company called Business Oxygen. So, for example, if you are someone who is actually looking to get fund for the startups, he's your person. So, what I would do, for example, if I am trying to get in notice with this guy, I would definitely. So what is his post like? Again, do not do like irrelevant interactions. That is really bad. An initiative of BO2 partner company Health at Home during this uncertain period. So he has done something really good. So that's like appreciative work, right? Celebrate, or maybe thumbs up is good enough here. So I can always write a comment. Wow, nice initiative. So that's an initiative, right? Okay. So this is one way to get noticed. Definitely, he only has less comments, less interactions. He gonna notice. If you want to get in touch, and always, so this is the person. Obviously, the first thing is like to add the relevant person, and you can always add relevant person. In professional world, people usually accept connections on LinkedIn. And what I could always do, if I would really like to get in touch with this person, I gonna message like put a really standard message. Yeah, so you see, I've even done that. I've done like a standard email message I have done. He has even like replied as well. So this is one example here, how you're gonna reach different people. Again, interacting, liking, sharing as well. That's another area I do as well. For example, okay, so yes, activity. So in terms of my post, so for example, I just shared the Girls in Tech. So that's a way of getting noticed as well. I'm sharing the Amazon links. Okay, any more sharing I have done? So this is all about Genese. Yeah, but I'm sharing like a BBC's post as well. So for example, if you go to BBC and then it's very easy. Go to BBC, and this is it. This is my homepage. I always have bbc.co.uk/news/technology. So now, I wouldn't want to share about the coronavirus for now, but I don't think there's any other choice. Okay, so yeah, that's good. So step-by-step guide. If you want to be really lazy and not really creative, you can always copy the title, share, go to LinkedIn. So easy. It's so easy. Just post it here. Just do post. Boom. People will notice, because if it is a good topic, then people will notice about you as well. Okay. Will you be doing some tutorial on how to get certification on LinkedIn in the future? Okay, so this is a really nice topic. Yes. We can always do like a joint, maybe a thematic specific workshop on getting certificates within LinkedIn. Maybe one day we can do, maybe Python. Another day we can do like some digital marketing. So yeah, for the person. Okay, please make a note of this theme. This is a really good theme. I like it. Something happened here. Okay, it's getting popular. Is okay, some reason, Milan, I am losing the questions, or maybe you're sorting it out. Okay, I'll go through here then.
The answer question
sorry?
Answered question has been archived, so only on answer question you can see there.
Okay. Okay, can you tell me about the genuine sites for latest news? So obviously, international agencies like BBCs are good. At times they are good as well. In terms of Nepal, use Annapurna or maybe Kantipur, some of the major mainstream websites. Please follow that. Do not follow the hoax news. If someone forward the video saying, like audio saying, like, there's a helicopter who is throwing the spray of pesticides on top of your home or something, please do not follow those kind of stupid news. If those news are published on the mainstream news portal website, then that's going to be good. Other news do not follow, and do not even forward it to anyone. As a good citizen, your responsibility is to reply back to the person who sent you that message saying you are spreading a false or hoax message. Please delete the message. So you should always do that. How important it is for us to attach a cover letter while sending resume. So I would say it is really good to write cover letter, because your resume, I don't think you're going to change your resume for every job, but your cover letter, you would actually write your cover letter to modify based upon what the job is looking for. For example, if the job is looking for someone who is flexible, who is like dynamic, who is quick learner, so maybe you write a cover letter saying how you were flexible and you were quick learner in your past role, or maybe when you were in a student or something. So writing cover letter, I would highly encourage to write cover letter, because those people who write cover letter, chance of getting hired or getting the CV noticed is quite big compared to those who do not write. So what format is considered the best for sending CV? In my experience, PDF is always good. Even the printing makes it easier as well. So I would recommend sending it in PDF. Okay, so can you please tell us how to make digital signature? So, I mean, you can always go for maybe online. I'm not talking about the digital signature, but this is like if you want to just mimic your signature online. So you can always go like some of the sites here. I wouldn't go to the, yeah, so this seems the one that I have been using. So it makes it easier if you're using like tablet or phone. Okay, it's opening. So I can always, okay, it's still loading. Just give a few minutes. Until then, I'll try to answer something else. Okay, how important it is to greet the person while you're writing an email? It is always good to say hi, hello, Mr. something. It is always important. It is always good, and I highly recommend to greet. I tried accessing class at Genese, but it asked me for enrollment key. How can we access the course? It's a good question. So you haven't submitted your name, but if you can, I don't know, maybe put your name, or maybe okay, Milan, maybe can you respond this question with a reply? So my team would actually take care of you in terms of accessing courses.
I replied that already.
Okay, so yeah, I can always do this. I mean, not the best way, yeah. So I can save it as a picture, download this one, and whenever I have to do like online maybe signing or something, I can always use this. But this is not the actual digital signature. I think Nepal has a different policy on digital signature, which I'm not too much aware of that. But this works fine as well. There are a lot of online tools as well called DocuSign, which helps to sign like a contracts and stuff as well. So there are a few tools which are really good. Okay, so anything else? I think all can be archived as well, Milan. So that's really good. Okay, it seems like we are running out of questions, and I would like to hand it over to Srishti for the rest of the session. Thank you very much, everyone who have joined, and it is really wonderful to have all of you here. And if you have a specific interest on any particular topic, we are very keen to go deep dive on a topic that you are keen to listen. Thank you.
Thank you, Anjani sir, for the wonderful session. So everyone, so we are going to move forward to the remaining two topics, which is going to be CV writing and cover writing. So from now on, Mr. Niranjan Udas, the Educate Program Lead of Genese Cloud Academy, is going to give you the session about the remaining two topics. Niranjan sir, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you. So yeah, let me share screen first. So I have a small short slide, which I will run through, and I'll share screens with you. Okay, I think now you can see my screen. So we have covered 3 topics so far, and we are left with CV writing and cover letter writing. I will be focused on what kind of things that being in Genese that I have been facing about new applicants coming to our companies and trying to join our company with their CVs and emails, and what problems that they have and how we filter. We have thought about all these processes, and then I have created a slide based on all those things. So CV writing, let's start with that. And I also know that we are running late as well, so I will be very brief, and you can ask me any question in the question Q&A section. Milan and others are there to answer your question as well, so whenever you have any question, please post your questions there. So basically, you know what curriculum vitae is, right? So we have been listening to our teachers in our classrooms talking about CVs, and we have written draft of CVs in our exams as well. So basically, CV provides a summary of our experience and skills. That's it. Yeah. So it is a document that your employers will look into before calling you for an interview. To see how skillful you are, if you are fit for the organization or not, and to see your experiences. Based on your CV, they will calculate how long you are going to stay in the organization, how efficient you are with your work, what kind of salary should you get, right? So all these things they will look into, they will identify based on the CV that you provide. So it's very important part of your application process. So there are very small differences between CV and resume. So you also might have heard about resume and also heard about CV. Those two might be the same, but they are a little bit different. So when we are talking about resume, they are short, concise. CVs are long. So resumes are usually 1 page long, but can go up to 2 pages, and it has like common information that is in CVs, such as like contact information and education and professional summary, right? So it also talks briefly about your skills and work experiences, while CV adds a lot of other things like awards and honors, the grants and fellowships that you have received throughout your education and career, and also the talks and conferences that you have participated in or that you have become a speaker in. So CV is a very detailed let's say detailed collection of a document that has a detailed information of your whole education and your work experiences. So importance of writing CV. Why are CV important? So CV again shows your education, skills, and work experience, right? It can land you an interview with a potential employer. So looking at your CV, they will decide whether you have the proper skill, the talent, the experience, and right kind of attitude towards your work, so that they can gauge if you are fit for the position that they are offering or not. Also, CV भनेको चाहिँ experience हेर्ने एउटा त्यस्तो माध्यम छ हैन, जुनले चाहिँ त्यो पोजिसनमा अप्लाई गरिरहेको अरु क्यान्डिडेटहरुसँग पनि कम्पेयर गर्नको लागि चाहिँ it will help you all. Okay? So CV is very important. You know all these things already. CV त इम्पोर्टेन्ट, तर त्यसमा पनि सबभन्दा इम्पोर्टेन्ट भनेको चाहिँ फर्स्ट पेज हुन्छ है। वाइ भन्दाखेरि बिकज त्यो पेज भनेको इम्प्लोयरहरूले हेर्ने चाहिँ एउटा हुन्छ मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेन्ट पार्ट हो। So most of the employers, they don't even look through all your CV pages. So they will look at only your first page, or maybe go to the second page and then see if you are fit. If you are not fit, if they say that, if they figure out that you are not fit, then they will look into another CV, because they will have a lot of CVs to go through, so they will not have proper time, right? So first pages you should make sure that you have all the right information that would get you to interview, right? So एउटा राम्रो CV लेख्ने तरिका चाहिँ के हो भन्दाखेरि, firstly you have to change your CV for every role that you apply for. जस्तै रोलहरु डिफरेन्ट हुन सक्छ, हामीले एउटै CV युज गरेर हुन सक्छौं के। युजुअली हामीले के गर्छौं भन्दाखेरि एउटा CV बनाउँछौं and that's it, done. एउटै सिभी बनाउन हामीलाई 2 वर्ष लाग्छ उस्तै परे हैन लाग्छ टाइम लाग्छ एकदम मन्थ्स लाग्छ कसैसँग मागेर हामी सिभी चाहिँ एडिट गर्छौं युजुअली हाम्रो ट्रेन्ड के हुन्छ भन्दा अनलाइन बाट टेम्प्लेट डाउनलोड गर्ने अनि त्यसपछि त्यसमा सर्टेन कुराहरु चेन्ज गर्ने और त्यो पनि एकदम अल्छी लागिरहेछ भने साथीको सिभी लिएर आउने अनि त्यसपछि त्यो सिभीमा चाहिँ आफ्नो इन्फर्मेसन मात्र हाल्ने सो युजुअली दैट इज व्हाट वी डु तर त्यसले चाहिँ तपाईलाई जब ल्यान्ड गरिदिन्छ भन्ने चाहिँ स्योर हुन जस्तै इफ यु आर अ टेक पर्सन लेट्स से you could apply for a developer right developer को लागि चाहिँ अप्लाई गरिरहेछौ भने you need to have certain skills जस्तै प्रोग्रामिङ मा राम्रो हुनुपर्छ you don't have to have त्यो हुन्छ कम्युनिकेसन स्किल त्यति राम्रो डकुमेन्टेसन राम्रो हुनु पर्ला हैन त्यो एउटा स्किल हुन्छ नि मेबी सपोर्ट इन्जिनियर को लागि गरिरहेछौ भने नो you have to now be good at communication as well because you have to talk to the clients and your support team लाई ह्यान्डल गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ or if you are one of the support team members then you have to have proper communication with your client because client हरु भनेको ठ्याक्क सपोर्ट लिन आउने मान्छेहरु चाहिँ टेक्निकली साउन्ड नहुन सक्छ सो उनीहरुलाई बुझाउन सक्नु पर्छ सो त्यो एरिया डिफरेन्ट हुन सक्छ इभन इट्स अ टेक्निकल जब है your CV will be a little bit different job role अनुसार so you have to be very careful about that so you need to change your CV for every role that you are applying for है यदि हैन फेरि फिट गर्छ भने ठिकै छ फिट गर्छ अनि फिट गर्छ फेरि चेन्जै गर्नुपर्छ भन्नाले त्यस्तो हार्ड एन्ड फास्ट रुल चाहिँ केही पनि हैन है Also, make your job title tell reader more than your title. यो भन्नु खोजेको चाहिँ जस्तो पास्ट एक्सपिरियन्सहरु लिस्ट गर्दाखेरि आफ्नो जब टाइटलहरु लेखेको हुन्छ नि त्यसमा चाहिँ जब टाइटल जस्तै म सिनियर डेभलपर थिए भनेर मात्र लेख्नुको सट्टा म सिनियर डेभलपर थिए फर लास्ट 2 इयर्स उनीहरुसँग भन्ने त्यस्तो टाइपको एउटा चाहिँ फिल दिन सक्यो भने उनीहरुले त्यो तलको डिटेल पढ्दैन के सिनियर डेभलपरले के गर्यो भन्ने त्यति धेरै पढ्दैन उनीहरुलाई इम्पोर्टेन्ट भनेको सिनियर डेभलपरहरु कति वर्ष टिक्यो त यो है बिकज यो यदि थोरै वर्ष टिकिरहेछ एभ्री अर्गनाइजेसनमा भन्यो भने त्यो मान्छे यहाँ हाम्रो कम्पनीमा आयो भने पनि उ चाहिँ टिक्दैन भन्ने चाहिँ एउटा फिलिङ हुन्छ एचआरहरुले त्यसरी पनि सोच्नुहुन्छ है सो यु हैव टु मेक श्योर कि जुन इम्पोर्टेन्ट कुरा छ त्यो चाहिँ नि टाइटलमै एकदम क्लियरली देखियोस् अर्को चाहिँ यो स्किल सेट र एक्सपिरियन्सलाई डिस्क्राइब पनि गर्नुपर्छ सो स्किल सेटहरुको कुराहरु टाइटलमा पनि लेखिन्छ तर त्यो एक्सपिरियन्स र स्किल सेटलाई त्यसको ठ्याक्क तल डिस्क्राइब पनि गर्ने मोस्ट प्रोबेबली दे विल नट गेट रेड है उनीहरुले पढ्दैन त्यो तर यदि कसैलाई चाहिँ पर्टिकुलर स्किल सेटमा चाहिँ इन्ट्रेस्ट छ भने दे विल डेफिनेटली गो थ्रु द डिस्क्रिप्सन्स एज वेल सो कस्तो भन्दा जस्तै इन्टर्न्सहरु हायर गर्दाखेरि हामीले इन्टर्न्सहरु लिँदाखेरि व्हाट आई पर्सनली डु इज उनीहरुले त खासै एक्सपिरियन्स त हुँदैन सो एक्सपिरियन्सको लागि नै आएको उनीहरु भनेपछि उनीहरुले चाहिँ प्रोजेक्ट त गरेको हुन्छ कलेजमा सो कस्तो प्रोजेक्ट गर्यो भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ उनीहरुको प्रोजेक्टको टाइटल लेखेको हुन्छ तर त्यो प्रोजेक्टमा उले पार्टिकुलरली उ मान्छेले चाहिँ के गर्यो प्रोजेक्टमा अभियसली 3-4 जना मान्छे हुन्छ अनि हाम्रो बानी के हुन्छ 4 जनाको ग्रुप छ भने 2 जनाले काम गर्ने हुन्छ हैन सो त्यो उ पर्टिकुलर मान्छेले चाहिँ त्यो प्रोजेक्टमा चाहिँ के काम गर्यो त्यो कुरा चाहिँ त्यहाँ लेखेको छ भने अनि मैले चाहिँ बल्ल कन्सिडर गर्छु कि ओके दिस पर्सन हेज सम पोटेन्शियल भनेर अनि त्यसपछि बल्ल उलाई चाहिँ बोलाएर ओके सो यो प्रोजेक्टमा यस्तो काम गरिरहेछ टेल मी अबाउट इट भन्ने जस्तो क्वेशनहरु चाहिँ सोध्छु सो इट्स भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट दैट यु डिस्क्राइब योर स्किल सेट एन्ड एक्सपिरियन्सेस है also put your CV in the right order so order चाहिँ मिलेको हुनुपर्छ अनि क्याटेगोरी पनि राम्रोसित राखेको हुनुपर्छ जस्तै फर्स्ट पेजमा सपोज यो पर्सनल इन्फर्मेसन एकदम ब्रीफ इन्फर्मेसन त्यसको तल चाहिँ रिसेन्टली कहाँ काम गरिरहेछ भनेर लेख्यो सपोज है सो त्यो लेख्दाखेरि पनि एकदम त्यो सिरियल्ली लेख्नु पर्यो सो अहिले कहाँ काम गरिरहेछ त्यो भन्दा अगाडि काम गरिरहेछ नेक्स्ट त्यो भन्दा अगाडि कहाँ काम गरिरहेछ त्यो नेक्स्ट त्यसपछि एजुकेसन होला एजुकेसनमा पनि पहिला एसएलसी त्यसपछि ब्याचलर्स अनि +2 हैन कि सिरियल्ली मिलाएर लेख्ने सो लेटेस्ट माथि राख्दाखेरि बेस्ट त्यसपछि जस्तै सुरुमा ब्याचलर्स सकायो त्यसपछि तल चाहिँ +2 यहाँ गरे त्यसपछि एसएलसी चाहिँ यता गरे सो त्यसरी राख्दाखेरि चाहिँ बेस्ट हुन्छ है अनि हाम्रो फिल्डमा चाहिँ नि इट्स योर एक्सपिरियन्स दैट काउन्ट्स मोस्ट सो एजुकेसनको पार्टलाई चाहिँ अलिकति पछाडी राख्दा नि खासै धेरै प्रब्लम चाहिँ हुँदैन त्यो नि म बेस्ट कन्सिडर गर्छु है अर्को भनेको डेट्स सो डेटहरु चाहिँ तपाईले राख्नै पर्यो है सो जस्तै एजुकेसन कहिले सकायो जबहरुमा कहिले काम गरेको थियो सो त्यो टाइपको डेट्स कुनै एकम्प्लिसमेन्टहरु लेखिराख्नु भएको छ भने कहिले पाउनु भएको थियो कसरी भेरिफाई गर्न सक्छ त उनीहरुले हैन त्यो कुराहरु चाहिँ डेटबाट नि थाहा हुन्छ सो पुट योर डेट्स देयर इन योर सीवी अनि इन्डस्ट्री क्वालिफिकेसन र ट्रेनिङको कुराहरु पनि लेख्ने जस्तै अघि सर्टिफिकेसनको कुरा गर्नुभयो अन्जन दाइले सो कतै सर्टिफिकेसन कुनै सर्टिफिकेसनहरु लेखेको छ भने त्यो पनि लिएको छ भने त्यो पनि लेख्ने ट्रेनिङको कुराहरु पनि लेख्ने अब यसमा चाहिँ के टेम्पटेसन हुन सक्छ भन्दाखेरि फ्रीली पाएको सर्टिफिकेसनहरु चाहिँ यु माइट वान्ट टु मेन्सन है केही छैन भन्दा त्यो पनि राम्रै हो बट मेक श्योर कि ठुलो राम्रो जुन अलिक क्रेडिबिलिटी धेरै भएको सर्टिफिकेसनहरू चाहिँ माथि लिस्ट गरौँ हैन। जस्तै कोर्सेरामा लिन्छौँ भने एउटा कोर्स राख्नुको सट्टा त्यसमा जस्तै स्पेसलाइजेसन कोर्स नै एउटा प्याकेजै हुन्छ, 5 वटा कोर्स सकाएर एउटा स्पेसलाइजेसन पाइन्छ। इफ यु हेभ कम्प्लिटेड अ स्पेसलाइजेसन युज द्याट हैन। सो त्यसरी चाहिँ क्वालिफिकेसनहरू पनि ट्रेनिङहरू पनि इन्क्लुड गर्ने, हबिजहरू पनि अलिअलि इन्लिस्ट गरिदिने। सो डोन्ट, दिस इज नट द प्रायोरिटी हबिजहरू चाहिँ, बट इन्क्लुडेड अलिकति चाहिँ कस्तो टाइपको मान्छे रहेछ भनेर थाहा पाउन हबिजहरूबाट चाहिँ सजिलो हुन्छ है। अनि एकदम ट्रुथफुल भएर लेख्ने, त्यो अलि ड्रिमहरू नलेख्ने। जस्तो हुन्छ नि हामीले चाहिँ के लेख्थ्यौँ पहिला भन्दा के गर्न मनपर्छ भन्दा बुक पढ्न मनपर्छ भनेर लेखिन्थ्यो, पढे कि नपढे होइन। स्विमिङ जान मनपर्छ भने वर्षमा 2 चोटि गएको हुन्छ, स्विमिङ भनेर लेखिदिन्थ्यौँ हबिजमा। सो त्यस्तो भन्दा पनि अलिकति रियलिस्टिक जुन आफ्नो क्यारेक्टरलाई सुट गर्छ त्यो लेखिदियो भने त्यो अनेस्टी पनि देखिन्छ राइट। एन्ड भेरी गुड वान, यो इमेल एड्रेस। सो इमेल एड्रेस के छ त्यसले पनि एकदम धेरै फरक पार्छ है। सो बच्चामा चाहिँ इमेलहरू बनाउँदाखेरि हामीले के लेख्छौँ भन्दाखेरि जस्तै सपोज एउटा लेखौँ न, जस्तै भनौँ I cannot think of any stupid email right now. So
I can think of it, Anjan.
Yeah.
So crazylove2020@gmail.com. Dreaming something हैन यस्तो खालको इमेल लेखा हुन्छ। कसैले चाहिँ लाइक अब कोही अब त्यो के रे स्पाइडरम्यानको फ्यान हुँदा आउँदै चाहिँ स्पाइडरम्यान 2015 भनेर लेखा हुन्छ।
राइट। सो त्यस्तो इमेल आइडी देख्यो भने चाहिँ एक लेभलको त्यो कन्फिडेन्स चाहिँ घट्छ इम्प्लोयरहरूलाई। प्रोफेसनल देखिनुपर्छ। जस्तै इमेल एड्रेसमा नम्बरहरू भयो केही पनि भएन, सिम्पल एउटा इमेल एड्रेस बनाउन सक्छ। नाम फर्स्ट नेम डट लास्ट नेम @समथिङ बनाउन सक्यो, अरू छैन भने समथिङ डट लास्ट नेम 1 2 3 त्यसरी पनि जान सकियो होइन। अरू कनेक्ट के हुनसक्छ। सो प्रोफेसनल चाहिँ देखिनु पऱ्यो है। सो इफ योर email does not look professional, you will not be taken seriously. So it's very important that you put a good email address on your CV. So if you don't have a nice email address, अहिले नै गएर लेख्नु होला, बनाउनु होला है। सो त्यो फेरी टेल वाला और कुनै कार्टुन वाला और मुभी क्यारेक्टर वाला त्यस्तो इमेलहरू चाहिँ प्लिज डोन्ट युज। Okay, so this is how you can write a good CV. It's not एकदम गाह्रो कुराहरू छैन, just you have to know what to do and what not to do है, which is exactly our next part. So के गर्ने के नगर्ने। सो गर्ने के त भन्दाखेरि सिभी बनाउँदाखेरि चाहिँ इम्प्लोयरलाई चाहिँ माइन्डमा राखेर बनाउने, उनीहरूलाई कस्तो मान्छे चाहिन्छ त्यही अनुसारको सिभी बनाउने है। अनि लेआउटहरू युज गर्दा पनि एकदम क्लियर लेआउट युज गर्ने। धेरै स्पेसल इफेक्ट्स भएको त्यो रङ्गी चङ्गी फुलबुट्टा भरेको सिभी चाहिँदैन। क्लिन हुनु पर्यो, क्लटर्ड देखिनु भएन। क्लटर्ड भन्नाले एकदम धेरै टेक्स्ट नै टेक्स्ट होइन, एक ठाउँमा गन्जागोल तरिकाको त्यस्तो देखिनु भएन है। एकदम क्लिन क्लियर अनक्लटर्ड लेआउट युज गर्ने। अनि पोजिटिभ ल्याङ्ग्वेजहरू युज गर्ने। जस्तै मैले हेल्प गर्थेँ और मैले सुपरभाइज गर्थेँ भन्ने एउटा इक्जाम्पल, सुपरभाइज। सो मैले चाहिँ यो प्रोजेक्टमा चाहिँ 20 पिपललाई चाहिँ मेरो अन्डरमा मैले चाहिँ सुपरभाइज गरेँ भनेर लेख्नु र मैले चाहिँ 20 जना मान्छेलाई कन्ट्रोल गरेँ भनेर लेख्नु मेक्स त्यो एकदम धेरै डिफ्रेन्स है। सो पोजिटिभ ल्याङ्ग्वेज युज गर्ने। त्यसपछि सबै सिग्निफिकेन्ट ब्रेक आफ्नो करियरमा र एजुकेसनमा त्यो पनि सिभीमा मेन्सन गर्ने। सो कलेजहरू पढ्दाखेरि कुनै कम्पिटिसनमा पार्ट लिएर केही अचिभमेन्टहरू आएको छ भने प्लिज मेन्सन द्याट। करियरमा पनि कुनै जस्तो इम्प्लोइ अफ द मन्थ पाएको हुनसक्ला कुनै ठाउँमा, और कुनै पेपर राइटिङ कम्पिटिसनहरूमा चाहिँ कतै पब्लिस भएको होला आफ्नो पेपरहरू होइन, त्यो कुराहरू चाहिँ सबै नबिर्सिकन मेन्सन गर्नु पर्यो। अल्सो इम्पोर्टेन्ट इन्फर्मेसनहरू चाहिँ अगाडि राख्ने सधैँ है। पछाडि पनि सिभी ठुलो भएको मात्रै पनि राम्रो होइन, तर यदि सिभी ठुलो नै छ भने इन्फर्मेसन कुन चाहिँ इन्फर्मेसन इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ त्यो पर्टिकुलर इम्प्लोयरको लागि है। एउटा इन्फर्मेसन एउटा इम्प्लोयरको लागि इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ भने अर्कोको लागि नहुनु पनि सक्छ। सो मेक स्योर कि कुन इम्प्लोयरलाई कुन चाहिँ इन्फर्मेसन इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ अनि त्यसलाई चाहिँ अगाडि राख्नु। अल्सो कम्पनीजहरूमा चाहिँ कुन कम्पनीहरूमा काम गर्यो त्यो पनि तल ब्रिफमा चाहिँ लेख्ने। सो के काम गर्यो त्यो कम्पनीमा होइन। सो यो कम्पनीमा यो वर्षदेखि यो वर्षसम्म म चाहिँ प्रोजेक्ट म्यानेजर थिएँ। सो त्यो प्रोजेक्ट म्यानेजर गर्दा मैले यो काम गरेँ, यो कम्पनीमा यस्तो प्रोजेक्टहरू हुन्थ्यो त्यसलाई चाहिँ मैले ह्यान्डल गरेँ भन्ने जस्तो कुराले लेख्ने। सो द्याट इम्प्लोयरहरूले चाहिँ चेक गर्दाखेरि दे नो कि वाट एक्चुअली यु डन इन द्याट कम्पनी पहिला चाहिँ है। के चाहिँ नगर्ने भन्दाखेरि आफ्नो स्यालेरी इन्फर्मेसन र अहिले करेन्ट स्यालेरी इन्फर्मेसन र एक्सपेक्टेसन के छ भन्ने कुरा सिभीमा चाहिँ नराख्ने। स्यालेरीको कुराहरू सिभीमा नराख्ने। अनि त्यसपछि डोन्ट इन्क्लुड इन्फर्मेसन है विच मे बी भ्युड नेगेटिभली सो गल्तीहरू हुन्छ कुनै नेगेटिभ कामहरू गरेको हुनसक्छ नेगेटिभ काम एज इन मिस्टेक्सहरू भएको हुनसक्छ त्यो मिस्टेक्सहरूलाई चाहिँ मेन्सन चाहिँ त्यहाँ नगर्ने लाई चाहिँ घाँटी चाहिँ नहाल्ने होइन तर नेगेटिभ कुराहरूलाई चाहिँ त्यहाँ नराख्दाखेरि नै बेस्ट हुन्छ बिकज यु वान्ट टु गेट द्याट इन्टरभ्यू के है यु वान्ट टु गेट द्याट चान्स टु एक्सप्लेन योर सेल्फ ढाँट्नु परेन तर नेगेटिभ इन्फर्मेसनहरूलाई सकेसम्म चाहिँ इन्क्लुड नगर्ने अनि इन्फर्मेसन एकदम धेरै अटाउनुको लागि चाहिँ फन्टलाई सानो बनाउने मार्जिनहरूलाई चाहिँ ठुलो बनाउने सरी मार्जिनलाई नि सानो बनाउने होइन त्यो काम चाहिँ नगर्ने बिकज उनीहरूले कति केसमा के पनि हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि हामीले त्यहाँ पिडिएफ पठाएको हुनसक्छ मैले चाहिँ बेस्ट वे चाहिँ पिडिएफ नै भन्छु स्टिल वर्ड फाइल नो प्लिज डोन्ट किनभने हाम्रो कम्प्युटर
Sorry, Niranjan, you are muted.
Niranjan, you are muted right now. Can you please unmute yourself?
Sorry, unmute myself. Okay, sorry. So let me check again. Just making sure. Okay. So what I was saying was margins-हरु चाहिँ छोड्नु पर्छ अनक्लटर्ड र क्लियर देखिनु पर्छ धेरै इन्फर्मेसन हटाउनको लागि फन्टहरु सानो गर्ने काम चाहिँ नगरोस् क्लियर देखिनु पर्छ है also don't include all of the jobs you have done since school time देखि नै अब कति भलन्टियर गरे होला कति पार्ट टाइम जब गरे होला हैन सबै कुरा मेन्सन गरेर राख्न इम्पोर्टेन्ट छैन यु डिसाइड के इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ उनीहरुको लागि यो पर्टिकुलर इम्प्लोयरको लागि म कहाँ काम गरेको भन्ने इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ सो कसैले सपोज बीआईएम पढिराख्नु भएको छ भने कुनै बीआईएम त पर्टिकुलर नभनौं सो कुनै पनि एउटा टेक पढिराख्नु भएको छ तपाईहरुले अनि त्यसपछि गएर कुनै सहकारीमा चाहिँ काम गर्नुभयो ठीक छ आईटी कै काम गर्नुभयो तर त्यो चाहिँ नि जेनेजमा अप्लाई गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ त्यो रिलेभेन्ट नहोला भने नराख्नु के त्यस्तो कुरा है धेरै ठुलो बनाएर पनि सबै इन्फर्मेसन पढिदैन सो मेक श्योर व्हाट इज रिक्वायर्ड जहाँ अप्लाई गरिराख्नु भएको छ also don't use jargon acronyms and technical terms त्यसलाई चाहिँ युजलेस एसेन्शियल्स पनि भनिन्छ सो एसेन्शियल देखिन सक्छ तर युजलेस हुन्छ सो अलिकति सोफिस्टिकेटेड देखाउनको लागि चाहिँ धेरै टेक्निकल हाई टेक्निकल टर्म्सहरु युज गर्ने त्यो काम पनि नगर्नु बिकज कति ठाउँमा चाहिँ नि जो टेकको मान्छे चाहिँ उले उसको हातमा सीवी पनि पर्दैन एचआर ले नै हेर्ने हुन्छ सो टेक कम्पनी भइकन पनि एचआर भनेको अगेन टेक्निकल नलेज त्यति फुल्ली हुँदैन जति एउटा टेक पर्सनलाई हुन्छ है त्यसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ यो चान्सेस चाहिँ घट्न सक्छ उले यदि सीवी नै बुझेन भने इट विल बी डिफिकल्ट है अल्सो एकदम ठुलो कुरो डोन्ट इन्क्लुड फोटो अनलेस रिक्वेस्टेड र नागरिकता नम्बर बुवा आमाको नामहरु पनि इन्क्लुड नगर्नु होला सीवी मा इट डज नट लुक गुड एट अल है सो आफ्नो बारेमा लेख्ने हो फोटो राख्न पर्दैन जे इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ त्यही मात्र राख्ने इम्प्लोयरलाई हेरेर सीवी बनाउने सो एउटा एकदम ब्रिफ इक्जाम्पल छ सो यो पेजमा चाहिँ यु क्यान सी माथिपट्टि आफ्नो नाम चाहिँ एकदम ठुलो क्लियर लेटर्स वर्ड्समा अनि त्यहाँ चाहिँ आफ्नो एड्रेस फोन नम्बर इमेल क्लियरली नै माथि राख्ने है त्यसपछि चाहिँ एकाडेमिक अब त्यो भन्दा धेरै इन्फर्मेसन पर्सनल इन्फर्मेसन पनि चाहिएन कि अहिलेको स्टेटमा हैन त्यो भन्दा धेरै इन्फर्मेसन चाहिएन नै बिकज यदि त्यो भन्दा धेरै इन्फर्मेसन चाहियो भने एचआर ले तपाईलाई हायर गरिसके हुन्छ अनि तपाईको चाहिँ बायोडाटा चाहिँ त्यो राख्नु पर्ने भएकोहरु उले चाहिँ छुट्टै फर्म पठाउनु होला तपाईलाई अनि तपाईले त्यो भर्नुहुन्छ सो यो भन्दा धेरै इन्फर्मेसन दे डोन्ट नीड इट तपाईलाई तपाईको सीवी मन पर्यो तपाईको काम मन पर्यो एक्सपीरियन्स मन पर्यो दे विल कल यु दे विल इमेल यु है तपाईको नागरिकता नम्बर थाहा पाएर यहाँ खासै केही पनि हुँदैन फोटो पनि हेर्न पर्दैन हैन ओके सो तपाईको अचिभमेन्ट्सहरु के छ अब यो केसमा चाहिँ नि एकाडेमिक इन्फर्मेसनलाई चाहिँ यो युजर यो जुन निया च्याट छ सपोज उले चाहिँ एकाडेमिक इन्फर्मेसन चाहिँ मोर इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ भनेर लेखेको छ सो उले मास्टर्स थीसिस मास्टरमा गरेको थीसिसको बारेमा पनि राखेको छ त्यसपछि तल चाहिँ रिसर्चको एक्सपीरियन्सहरु लेखेको छ सो कहिलेदेखि कहिलेसम्म रिसर्च गर्यो कुन पोजिसनमा गर्यो अनि त्यो रिसर्चको बेलामा कसको अन्डरमा बसेर के काम गर्यो भन्ने कुराहरु लेखेको छ व्हिच इज भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट है सो यसरी चाहिँ आफ्नो सीवी लाई चाहिँ नि बेटर बनाउन सकिन्छ यो हेर्दा पनि क्लीन छ हैन सेक्सनहरु क्लियरली सेपरेट भएको छ क्लटर देखाएको छैन एकदम धेरै इन्फर्मेसन छ, तर मैले चाहिँ यसलाई स्किम गर्नु पर्यो भने नि सजिलै गर्न सक्छु। जस्तै एकाडेमिक इन्फर्मेसन हेर्दाखेरि यसले मास्टर गरेर रहेछ अनि थीसिस चाहिँ यसको बारेमा लेखिरहेछ, अरू केही पनि हेर्दिनँ म। सो रिसर्च एक्सपिरियन्स हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ एसिस्टेन्ट भएर काम गरेर रहेछ, एउटा चाहिँ हेड रिसर्च एसिस्टेन्ट भएर काम गरेर रहेछ। सो ड्युरेसन पनि त्यहाँ क्लियरली लेखेको छ हैन। सो यसरी चाहिँ यु क्यान अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड कि के भइरहेछ, कुन कलेजमा कुन युनिभर्सिटीमा गरेर रहेछ रिसर्च भन्ने भयो। अब मलाई चाहिँ कुनै एउटा पर्टिकुलर युनिभर्सिटी इन्ट्रेस्ट लाग्यो भने, जस्तै साइमन फ्रेजर युनिभर्सिटी जुन छ त्यो चाहिँ मलाई ओके ऊ यहाँ पनि गरेर रहेछ यसले भनेर अब के गरिरहेछ त भनेर हेर्नु पर्यो नि बल्ल, अनि म त्यसको डिटेल जान्छु। मैले सायद अरू पनि हेर्दा पनि हेर्दिनँ है। सो यसरी चाहिँ डिटेल लेख्दाखेरि पोस्टहरू टाइटलहरू लेख्दाखेरि टाइटलसँग अरू इन्फर्मेसन के अट्याच गर्न सकिन्छ इम्पोर्टेन्ट त्यो राख्ने अनि डिस्क्राइब गर्ने। ओके, सो द्याट्स इट। सिभी राइटिङ यति नै हो। सो इफ यु वान्ट टु राइट गुड सिभी, टेम्प्लेट्सहरू अगेन अनलाइन पाइन्छ, जस्ट निड टु गुगल इट है। आफैले फर्मेट बनाउँदाखेरि अलिकति टाइम कन्ज्युम हुनसक्छ, देयर आर अनलाइन टुल्स एभाइलेबल। डक फर्मेटमा पनि पाइन्छ है, माइक्रोसफ्ट अफिस माइक्रोसफ्ट वर्ड फर्मेटहरूमा पनि पाइन्छ, विच यु क्यान डाउनलोड एन्ड कस्टमाइज। सो जस्ट गुगल हो है। ओके, सो लास्ट टपिक फर द डे, कभर लेटर राइटिङ। सो कभर लेटर राइटिङ भनेको के हो हैन। सो कभर लेटर भनेको चाहिँ एउटा लेटर डकुमेन्ट जुन तपाईँले स्कुलमा अगेन गरिसक्नु भएको छ, स्कुल कलेजहरूमा हैन, जुन चाहिँ तपाईँले चाहिँ आफ्नो सिभीसँग पठाउनुहुन्छ है जब अप्लाई गर्नको लागि। अब कभर लेटर किन इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ भन्दा कति केसमा हामीलाई आउँछ, जस्तो अघि अञ्जन दाइले पनि भन्नुभएको थियो, कति केसमा चाहिँ हामीलाई इमेल आउँछ जस्ट सिभी अट्याच्ड हुन्छ अनि त्यसको सब्जेक्ट पनि खासै केही पनि लेख्या हुँदैन अनि बडी पनि खाली हुन्छ, अरू केही पनि डकुमेन्ट आउँदैन। सो त्यसले गर्दाखेरि उसले पहिला सुरु त केमा अप्लाई गरेको भन्ने कुरै थाहा छैन, कुन पोस्टमा है, कुन पोस्टमा अप्लाई गरेको पनि थाहा छैन, केमा इन्ट्रेस्ट छ पनि थाहा छैन। त्यो हेर्दाखेरि त उसलाई जबमा इन्ट्रेस्ट नै छैन, उसलाई चाहिँ पर्यो भने पर्यो, चिठा पर्यो भने जस्तरी चाहिँ पठाएको छ भने जस्तो देखिन्छ कि त्यो एफोर्टलेस देखिन्छ हैन। एफोर्टै लाग्छ नि त्यसले भनेपछि यो मान्छेलाई हायर गरेर काम छैन, सिधै त्यहाँ जान्छ उसको सिभी खोलेर हेरिन्न, एचआरले डाउनलोडै नगर्ला है। सो कभर लेटर भनेको चाहिँ हामीले इमेलमा पनि कभर लेटर तरिकाले लेख्न सक्छौँ, अरू छुट्टै एउटा लेटर पनि बनाउन सक्छौँ हैन, जुनमा चाहिँ के लेखिन्छ त भन्दाखेरि यो कुराहरू है। सो कभर लेटर लेख्दाखेरि चाहिँ आफ्नो एउटा बेसिक इन्फर्मेसन लेखिन्छ माथि, कन्ट्याक्ट डिटेल्सहरू एकदम सानो सर्टमा, त्यसपछि डेट कहिले लेखेको लेटर, अनि इम्प्लोयर्सको कन्ट्याक्ट इन्फर्मेसन है। इम्प्लोयरको कन्ट्याक्ट इन्फर्मेसन भनेको जहाँ चाहिँ त्यो कम्पनीमा अप्लाई गर्न लागेको छ त्यहाँ चाहिँ त्यहाँको इन्फर्मेसन चाहिँ लेख्ने, अनि त्यस पछाडि सम्बोधन गरेर है किन लेखेको कभर लेटर। सो एकदम सठिक 3 प्याराग्राफमा है किन लेखेको यो लेटर, अनि त्यसपछि म के अफर गर्न छ त्यो कुरा, अनि त्यसपछि के गर्ने हो त नेक्स्ट। सो जस्तै किन लेखेको भन्दाखेरि यो पोजिसनमा चाहिँ भ्याकेन्सी देखेँ हैन, त्यो हामीले बच्चामा लेख्थ्यौँ। सो तपाईँले यहाँ पब्लिस गर्नुभएको यो एडभर्टिजमेन्ट अनुसार मैले चाहिँ यो पोजिसनको लागि यहाँ भ्याकेन्सी देखेँ यो सिटीमा, सो मैले चाहिँ करेन्टली यो पोजिसनको लागि अप्लाई गर्दैछु भन्ने तरिकाले लेख्ने। सो त्यो भने एचआरले क्लियर हो, सिभी पनि हेर्नु परेन कुन पोजिसनलाई अप्लाई गरिरहेछ भनेर। सो त्यसरी जान्छ है। त्यसपछि के छ त अफर गर्नको लागि भन्दाखेरि म चाहिँ अब यो पोजिसनमा अप्लाई गर्नको लागि म एकदमै फिट छु हैन, मेरो यो एक्सपिरियन्सले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ जुन जब डेस्क्रिप्सन तपाईँले एडभर्टिजमेन्टमा पोस्ट गर्नुभएको थियो त्यसको लागि चाहिँ मैले कम्प्लिमेन्ट गर्छु, मैले चाहिँ एकदम यो जबको लागि यो पोजिसनको लागि फिट देखेर मैले चाहिँ म चाहिँ अप्लाई गर्न लागेको हो भन्ने तरिकाको मेसेज लेख्ने है। अनि त्यस पछाडि चाहिँ सो नेक्स्ट यदि टाइम मिल्छ भने लेट्स मिट, मलाई चाहिँ यो मौका दिनु, और कल मी यो कुनै पनि टाइममा, और इफ यु कल मी आई विल बी एभाइलेबल एट योर अफिस, लुकिङ फरवर्ड टु हियरिङ फ्रम यु सुन भनेर त्यसरी क्लोजिङ गर्ने। अनि लास्टमा तपाईँको क्लोजिङ भनेको सिग्नेचर राख्ने जुन अघि कुरा भइसकेको छ। सो यसरी एउटा कभर लेटर लेख्यो भने के चाहिँ फाइदा हुन्छ भन्दा त्यो इम्प्लोयरले चाहिँ हेर्ने, जुन एचआरले भनौँ हेर्ने चाहिँ तपाईँको फर्स्ट थिङ भनेको कभर लेटर हुन्छ है। उसले सिभी पनि नहेर्ला, बिकज सिभी भन्दा एकदम छोटो हुन्छ है, तर त्यसमा चाहिँ एकदम एक्ज्याक्ट डिटेल चाहिँ कुरा चाहिँ लेखेको हुन्छ। अनि त्यसपछि कभर लेटरले चाहिँ त्यो पर्सनको इन्टेन्सन क्वालिफिकेसनहरूलाई चाहिँ एक्ज्याक्टली के हो भनेर एकदम सर्टमा इम्प्लोयरले बुझ्ने बित्तिकै देख्ने बित्तिकै बुझ्न सजिलो हुन्छ है। सो भेरी सर्ट that you use that you send with your CV है while applying for a job। यो लेटर फर्ममै हुनुपर्छ भन्ने जरुरी पनि छैन, यो इमेल फर्ममा पनि हुन सक्छ है। सो 5 थिङ्स रिक्रुटर्सले हेर्छ कभर लेटरमा के भन्दा रिडेबिलिटी सो रिडेबल हुनु पर्यो है कभर लेटर पनि अनि त्यसपछि एप्लिकेन्टको पर्सनालिटी पनि देखिनु पर्यो सो कस्तो छ यो मान्छे अब अलिकति सभ्य छ कि छैन रुड छ कि छैन भन्ने कुरा पनि देख्छ त्यहाँ हैन अनि जबको बारेमा कसरी थाहा पायो त्यसपछि एकदम समथिङ आई क्याचिङ भनेको चाहिँ फोर्थ पोइन्टको यो चाहिँ ठ्याक्क यो पोजिसनको लागि चाहिँ कसरी फिट छ भन्ने कुरा ठ्याक्क देखिन्छ कि देखिँदैन है अनि त्यसपछि एभिडेन्स द्याट एप्लिकेन्ट हेज रिसर्च द कम्पनी दिस इज भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट है अर्को फिफ्थ पोइन्ट चाहिँ बिकज हामी इन्टरभ्यूमा पनि आउँदाखेरि वी मेक स्योर कि द पर्सन नोज अबाउट द कम्पनी लास्ट टाइम पनि एउटा इन्टरभ्यू भएको थियो अ फ्यु डेज अगो त्यहाँ जेनेस क्लाउड एकाडेमीको लागि एउटा पोजिसनको लागि मान्छेहरू आउनु भएको थियो सो वी आस्क्ड डु यु नो जेनेस क्लाउड एकाडेमीको बारेमा दे सेड नो मलाई जेनेस थाहा छ क्लाउड कम्प्युटिङमा काम गर्नुहुन्छ तपाईँहरूले भन्ने चाहिँ मैले पढेको थिएँ वेबसाइट हेरेको थिएँ भन्ने बित्तिकै अब त्यो मान्छे कम्पनीको लागि फिट छैन भन्ने चाहिँ एउटा फिलिङ आउन थाल्छ कि होला फिट होला तर त्यो इम्प्रेसन चाहिँ त्यस्तो परिहाल्छ सुरुमा बिकज ही डज नट केयर अबाउट वाट द कम्पनी इज होइन वाट द कम्पनी स्ट्यान्ड्स फर जुनले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ उसलाई चाहिँ त्यो एफोर्ट नै नलगाएको जस्तो देखिन्छ विच इज नट गुड सो डुज एन्ड डन्ट्स सकिन लाग्यो अब डुज एन्ड डन्ट्स सो डुजमा चाहिँ एड्रेस यो कभर लेटर टु प्रपर हायरिङ म्यानेजर बाई नेम है सो यो चाहिँ अलिकति पर्सनल टच दिनको लागि कभर लेटरमा चाहिँ तपाईँले जस्तो एचआरलाई एड्रेस गरेर लेख्नुहुन्छ भने एचआरको नामै लेख्ने कि खोजेर बरु अनलाइन हेर्ने को छ हेड को छ ह्युमन रिसोर्स डिपार्टमेन्टको उनीहरूको साइटमा हुनसक्छ थाहा छैन त्यहाँ साइटमा पनि भेटेन कतै नि भेटेन भने कम्पनीमै कल गर्ने एचआरको नाम सोधेको नाम त भनिदिइहाल्छ है सो त्यसरी चाहिँ पर्सनलाइज गर्ने त्यसले चाहिँ अलिकति पर्सनल टच दिन्छ एचआरलाई पढ्दाखेरि पनि मजा आउँछ कि त्यसरी जाने है अनि ओपनिङ लाइन चाहिँ अलिकति कम्पेलिङ बनाउने जुनले चाहिँ त्यो होल लेटर नै पढ्नलाई सजिलो होस् तपाईँको इङ्ग्लिस राम्रो हुनु पर्यो तपाईँले अलिकति सभ्य भएर होइन त्यस्तो पोलाइट भएर चाहिँ तपाईँले यदि स्टार्ट गर्नुभएको छ अनि त्यसपछि अलिकति पोइन्ट टु द पोइन्ट कुरा गर्नुभएको छ भने डेफिनेटली दे विल गो थ्रु योर लेटर है अनि यदि कुनै कनेक्सन छ कम्पनीमा भने पनि त्यो पनि पोइन्ट आउट गर्ने त्यसले अलिकति लेभरेज चाहिँ दिन्छ बिकज कम्पनीहरूले हेर्दाखेरि जस्तै हामीले भन्छौँ नि चिनेको मान्छे कोही नभइकन कम्पनीले हायरै गर्दैन भन्छ नि कति केसमा चाहिँ त्यो एक्ज्याक्टली ट्रु नै हुन्छ बिकज राम्रो पोस्टमा हायर गर्नको लागि इफ कोही मान्छेमाथि ट्रस्ट छैन भने एकदम गाह्रो पर्छ है हैन सो मान्छेमा ट्रस्ट कसरी ल्याउने भन्दा कि त मैले चिनेको कोही मान्छे छ अरू मेरो साथीले चिनेको छ अरू त्यो कम्पनीमा काम गरिरहेको राम्रो इम्प्लोइको कोही साथी छ भने त्यो एउटा ट्रस्ट चाहिँ के बिल्ड हुन्छ भन्दा ओके उसले चिनेको अरू मैले चिनेको अरू यो मान्छे चाहिँ पहिलेबाट चाहिँ अलिकति राम्रो रहेछ भने त्यो नेचर वाइज पनि राम्रो देखिन्छ सो उसलाई हायर गर्नको लागि चाहिँ मोर टेम्पटिङ हुन्छ है इट्स नट जस्ट त्यो नेपोटिजमको कुरा अरू त्यो जस्ट प्रेफरेन्स दिने कुराहरू मात्र होइन इट्स अबाउट गेनिङ द्याट ट्रस्ट के है सो इफ यु हेभ एनी कनेक्सन टु द्याट कम्पनी यु क्यान टेल देम अब होइन ल कोही पनि मान्छे चिनेकै छैन भने पनि मैले तपाईँहरूको सर्भिसहरू चाहिँ यसरी युज गरिरहेको छु सिन्स 5 years होइन कतिदेखि चाहिँ युज गरिरहेछ सो त्यसरी चाहिँ गयो भने एउटा कनेक्सन इस्टाब्लिस भयो भने ओके यो मान्छे नोज वाट द कम्पनी इज अबाउट भन्ने फिल भयो भने चाहिँ यु विल हेभ हायर चान्स अफ गेटिङ द्याट इन्टरभ्यू है अनि त्यसपछि प्रोफेसनल देखिने कन्भिन्सिङ देखिनु पर्यो अनि असर्टिभ देखिनु पर्यो प्यासिभ हुनु भएन है ठिकै छ पाएन भने पाएन भन्ने तरिकाको फिलिङ आउनु भएन यु हेभ टु बी कन्भिन्सिङ एन्ड असर्टिभ अल्सो युज प्रोफेसनल वर्ड्स सर्ट फर्महरू युज नगर्ने होइन वर्ड्सहरू फुल सेन्टेन्सेसमा लेख्ने जस्तै यु आरन्ट नलेख्ने यु आर नट लेख्ने यदि त्यो लेख्नै परेछ भने होइन सो त्यसरी चाहिँ प्रोफेसनली चाहिँ फर्मल वेमा त्यो लेटर लेख्ने अल्सो इन्क्लुड अल यर कन्ट्याक्ट इन्फर्मेसन इन कभर लेटर सो कन्ट्याक्ट डिटेल्स चाहिँ सबै राख्ने नबिर्सिने कति बेला हुन्छ त्यो स्कुलमा होमवर्क सबमिट गर्दा कपीमा नाम लेख्ने बिर्से जस्तै हुन्छ यो है सो डोन्ट डु द्याट सो मेक स्योर यु हेभ अल यर कन्ट्याक्ट इन्फर्मेसन मेन्सन इन द कभर लेटर अनि डन्ट्सको कुरा गर्नुपर्दा कसैको नाम पनि मिसस्पेल नगर्ने एकदम चित्त दुख्छ म निरञ्जन हो मेरो नाम निराजन कसैले लेख्यो भने मलाई मन पर्दैन है सो त्यो कुरा याद गर्नु धेरै मान्छेलाई मन पर्दैन होइन सो मिसस्पेल कसैको नगर्ने नाम अनि डोन्ट ट्राई टु बी क्युट एन्ड युज ह्युमर त्यो एकदम प्रोफेसनल कुरा हो कभर लेटर भनेको यसमा चाहिँ नि उसलाई चाहिँ मक्ख पारेर यु क्यान नट गेट एनिथिङ है यु हेभ टु बी भेरी असर्टिभ अनि कन्भिन्सिङ एन्ड प्रोफेसनल अल्सो डोन्ट रिस्टेट द फ्याक्ट्स अफ यर सिभीमा जे छ त्यही कुरालाई चाहिँ यता कपी पेस्ट गरेर पनि काम छैन है त्यो पर्सनल कनेक्सन चाहिँ यु सुड ट्राई टु गेट कि सिभी भनेको पर्सनल कनेक्सनमा आउँदैन यो रोबोटिक हुन्छ सिभी चाहिँ तर जुन लेटर लेखिन्छ कभर लेटर त्यो चाहिँ ह्युमन टु ह्युमन इन्टरेक्सनको लागि हो थ्रु पेपर्स है त्यो त्यसरी सोच्ने अनि अर्को कुरा भनेको डोन्ट गो अन एन्ड अन एन्ड अन एन्ड अन अबाउट वाट यु आर डुइङ वाट यु आर त्यो कुरा होइन त्यसलाई चाहिँ सर्टमा लेख्नुपर्छ कभर लेटर 1 पेजको भन्दा लामो नलेख्ने है 1 पेज पनि धेरै नै लामो हुन्छ अझ अल्सो डोन्ट बी एरोगेन्ट है अर प्रिजम्सियस सो एरोगेन्ट हुने जब त हामीलाई चाहिएको हो नि त सो हामी चाहिँ झुक्नुपर्छ हामीले पोलाइट हुनुपर्छ है सो एकदमै एरोगेन्ट भएर चाहिँ प्रेजेन्ट भयो भने लेटरमा त्यो राम्रो देखिँदैन ठिक छ अनि डोन्ट रस थ्रु राइटिङ योर कभर लेटर सो टेक टाइम झ्याउ लाग्छ लेख्न विनो स्कुलमा गरिरहेको हामीले एक्जाममा आउँदा पनि मार्क्स आउँछ भन्दा पनि लेख्न अल्छी लाग्थ्यो होइन यहाँ जब आउँछ भन्दा पनि लेख्न अल्छी लाग्छ बट अल्छी नमानिकन यु हेभ टु युज प्रपर ल्याङ्ग्वेजेस यु हेभ टु युज प्रपर टुल्स जस्तै ग्रामरलीकै कुरा थियो एकदम सजिलो टुल बट इट क्यान सेभ यु हुन्छ नि सम इम्ब्यारेसमेन्ट स्पेलिङ नआउने ओर स्ट्रक्चर नआउने देख्दा इट विल नट लुक गुड सो त्यस्तो टुल्स युज गर्ने स्पेल चेकर युज गर्ने इट विल बी फाइन है So that is it. That's all from my side. So if you have any question, please let me know. Comment section ma pani kehi hola, question answer kehi cha bhane. So I'll be here. So Anjan Dai will also be here to answer. Milan has been answering, I hope. So that is all. So thank you. Srishti, you can take it from here.
Thank you, Niranjan sir. So I think we have a few questions in the Slido, but I think most of them have been, no, I think we still have a few questions that haven't been answered. So I think you'll have to look at those.
Milan, can you share screen Slido because I don't have access to Slido, sorry. Ranjan Dai.
I'll share you the link. It's in.
Okay, I'm sharing my screen.
Okay.
So you can start from here.
Okay, does having consistent username across all online accounts make it look a professional one? So it looks better actually. So I would suggest professional kurahharuma cha bhane chai yes, I would suggest that, right? Because it will look good because it will be easier to find you as well, professional ठाउँमा. But at the end of the day, it does not really matter because कसैले पनि तपाईको username याद गरेर त बस्ने हैन. If I need your information, I will go and Google or search you in LinkedIn or Facebook or Twitter कता हुन्छ हैन. Search गर्नै पर्छ. So त्यति matter त गर्दैन, but yeah.
Especially नाम चाहिँ I think name we require a really good name here हैन. So यो चाहिँ एकदमै आफ्नो proper name use गर्नु होला. So Facebook को केसमा पनि what I would say अब Facebook हुन त पर्सनल रूपमा युज गर्ने भनिसके पनि अब नेपालको पर्सपेक्टिभमा lot of people use Facebook हैन. अनि यो केसमा चाहिँ अब I'm not sure नेपाली युज गर्ने राम्रो नराम्रो अब त्यसलाई के भन्ने मलाई थाहा छैन तर नेपालीमा लेख्नुहुन्छ तर समस्या के हुन्छ नि सर्च गर्न एकदम गाह्रो हुन्छ कि like if I want to find someone अब म त्यही युज टु छैन भने मैले सर्च गर्न गाह्रो हुन्छ अनि नाम पनि एक्युरेट राख्नुस् फेसबुकमा पनि आई हाइली रेकमेन्ड सर्ट फर्म अथवा चाहिँ त्यो के रे स्पेलिङको पछाडीबाट लेख्ने त्यस्तो काम चाहिँ गर्नु त्यति ठीक हैन नाम चाहिँ तपाईले एक्युरेट नै राख्नु भयो भने इट वुड बी रियली गुड युजर नेमको केसमा त निरञ्जन अलरेडी टोल्ड ओके निरञ्जन
Anjani sir, scroll गरेर तल लैजानु भयो भने चाहिँ ठीक हुन्छ होला क्या यो क्वेशनहरुमा चाहिँ रिप्लाई छ तलको क्वेशन्सहरुमा चाहिँ छैन के
Okay, तलबाट चाहिँ लास्टबाट है should we take permission from the person before mentioning the name into reference section of our CV यसमा चाहिँ के हुन्छ भन्दा रेफरेन्स तपाईले यदि लेख्दै हुनुहुन्छ भने and if you submit that CV to your HR then they might call that person है so रेफरेन्समा लेखेको छ भने they might call them अनि त्यसपछि they will ask about you अनि अब सपोज कुनै प्रोफेसरको नाम चाहिँ तपाईले मेन्सन गर्नु भएको छ भने तपाईलाई यदि त्यो प्रोफेसर चिन्दैन बिकज प्रोफेसरहरुले त दिनमा कति 100 जना मान्छेहरुलाई पढाउनुहुन्छ होला हैन एभ्री इयर कति हजारौं पढाउनुहुन्छ होला they might not remember so एउटा कुरा चाहिँ त्यसरी पनि कनेक्सन चाहिँ बनाउनको लागि पनि you should tell them that you are mentioning them है अनि अर्को कुरा भनेको चाहिँ you should also make people ready जस्तै मेरो नाम चाहिँ तपाईले रेफरेन्समा लेख्नु भएको छ भने you should tell me कि रेफरेन्समा लेखेको छु कल आउन सक्छ भने they will त्यसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अलिकति सजिलो पनि बनाइदिन्छ त्यो यदि कलै आयो भने मलाई चाहिँ ओके हो मेरो इम्प्लोइ हो भनेर एउटा म माइन्ड मेकअप चाहिँ पहिले गरिरहेको हुन्छु कि कलमा, मेरो ब्याक अफ द माइन्डमा होइन, म बसेर लेखेर त बस्दिनँ, बट yeah, so it is better to take the permission before mentioning them. एउटा त permission पनि हुन्छ, अर्को notification पनि हुन्छ. Okay, next is cover letter and endorsement letter same. Cover letter endorsement letter are different thing. Endorsement भनेको कसैले तपाईलाई चाहिँ reference दिएको है, so reference भन्नाले okay यो मान्छे चाहिँ राम्रो छ भनेर भनिदिएको भयो. When you are applying CV सँग राखेर पठाउने हो, saying कि you are interested in this job that you have posted भनेर. So those two are different things. Okay. So last my guy, is it good to mention the link or usernames of online social accounts in the CV? यो चाहिँ अब चाहिन्छ कि चाहिँदैन भन्ने कुरामा म्याटर गर्छ है. जस्तै I would recommend you to put your LinkedIn को URL or handle in CV. I would recommend you to put GitHub को handle CV मा हैन. But I wouldn't recommend तपाईको Twitter को or Facebook को राख्नु भन्ने चाहिँ म recommend गर्दिन, because that's not necessary. Twitter मा Twitter, Facebook are just social media. Instagram राखिराख्नु परेन, Snapchat को राख्नु चाहिँ जरुरी नै भएन. It doesn't make sense. So you have to think कि कतिको professional कुरा छ. Or let's say if you are applying for भनौं सोशल मिडियाको चाहिँ प्रमोसनहरुमा चाहिँ मैले काम गरिरहेको छु एक्टिभली भन्ने तरिकाले जाने हो भने, जस्तै तपाईले के गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ भन्दाखेरि पोस्ट आर्टिकलहरु लेख्ने, अनि त्यसपछि डिफरेन्ट ग्रुप्सहरुमा, फेसबुकको डिफरेन्ट ग्रुपहरुमा चाहिँ गएर त्यहाँ चाहिँ नि त्यो आर्टिकलहरु पोस्ट गर्नुहुन्छ, सो दैट रिच बढाउनको लागि हैन. त्यसरी चाहिँ तपाईले सोशल मिडियामा मार्केटिङ जस्तो गरिराख्नु भएको छ, त्यसले चाहिँ तपाईको इम्प्लोयमेन्टमा राम्रो देखिन्छ भने ओके, फेसबुकको अब तपाईको युजर नेम चाहिँ नि शेयर गर्नुलाई चाहिँ सेन्स दियो के है. सो डिपेन्ड्स कहाँ एप्लाई गरिराख्नु भएको छ, कुन पोस्टको लागि एप्लाई गरिराख्नु भएको छ भनेर. Okay, what is the optimum number of pages for making CV? म 3 भन्छु है मेरो पर्सनल भ्यूबाट चाहिँ. फन्ट साइज पनि धेरै ठुलो नबनाउने, 11 जस्तो राख्ने नर्मल टेक्स्टहरुलाई, बट टाइटल अलिकति ठुलो भइहाल्छ. 10, 11, 12 सम्मको फन्ट साइजहरु युज गरेर, टाइम्स न्यू रोमन फन्ट युज गरेर 1 जतिको लाइन स्पेस छोडेर 3 पेजेस भयो भने इनफ हुन्छ. 5 जाँदै नजानु, 3, 4 ठिकै हुन्छ है. Okay, next. Is there an effect of having own professional website to keep it in CV? Yes, definitely. Right? So जस्तै प्रोफेसनल वेबसाइट चाहिँ म कता प्रिफर गर्छु भन्दा, एउटा इक्जाम्पल अघि भने जस्तै म आर्टिकल लेख्ने छु, म फ्रीलान्सिङ गर्दैछु यो राइटिङमा, क्रिएटिभ राइटिङमा भन्यो भने आफ्नो वेबसाइट ब्लग लेखिरहेछु भने फाइन, ग्रेट. म डिजाइनर हो, म लोगो सोगो बनाउँछु, म अब कम्पनीमा एप्लाई गर्दैछु भने मेरो त्यो डिजाइनहरु चाहिँ मेरो वेबसाइटमा भयो भने ग्रेट, बिकज त्यो सबै त मैले सीवी मा राख्न सक्दिन, मिल्दैन हैन. सो मैले प्रिभियसली गरेको कामहरु चाहिँ यो ठाउँमा पाइन्छ भनेर आफ्नो एउटा पोर्टफोलियो वेबसाइट बनाएर त्यो पोर्टफोलियो साइटको चाहिँ लिंक इफ यु पुट इट इन सीवी, यदि सीवी चाहिँ अझै बढी स्क्रिनिङमा गयो भने द टेक्निकल पर्सन अर द कन्सर्न पर्सन उले हेरिरहेछ भने त्यहाँ गएर एक्सप्लोर गर्नको लागि बेटर हुन्छ. एकदम धेरै सीवी छ, छान्न गाह्रो भइरहेछ भने त्यस्तो कुराहरुले पनि तपाईलाई चाहिँ इन्टरभ्यु चाहिँ ल्यान्ड गराउन सक्छ है. ओके, व्हाट अबाउट लेटर अफ इन्टेन्ट? लेटर अफ इन्टेन्ट यो अलिकति इलाबोरेट गर्नुपर्छ होला यो क्वेशन चाहिँ. Can you please attach the slide along with the presentation? Slide along with the presentation, sure. हामी स्लाइडहरु पनि पठाउन सक्छौं. सो यसको भिडियो पनि तपाईहरुलाई हामी शेयर गर्छौं अनि स्लाइड पनि त्यसैमा अट्याच गरेर पठाउनु, there is no problem. Is it okay to include appreciation or certificates received in the field not related to the post? अब ओके त ओके फाइन, त्यसमा प्रब्लम भएन. तर यदि त्यो रिलेटेडै छैन भने त्यो सीवी मा राखेर इट विल नट मेक मच सेन्स है. जस्तै तपाईले अब कुनै कम्पनीले चाहिँ सीएसआर मा हेभिली इन्भल्भ भएको छ हैन भने चाहिँ उले चाहिँ तपाईको सोशल वर्कहरुको कुराहरु हेरेर अलिकति अट्र्याक्टेड होला भन्ने जस्तो फिल हुन्छ भने इट विल मेक्स प्रपर सेन्स. तर पोस्टसँग नमिल्ने कुराहरु राखेर चाहिँ खासै रिलेभेन्ट चाहिँ हुँदैन. अब इफ यु वान्ट टु, तपाईको चाहिँ सीवी जस्तै 1.5 पेजको भएको छ तर तपाईले त्यस्तो सर्टिफिकेसनहरु राखेर ठ्याक्क 2 पेज चिटिक्क देखिने बनाउनुहुन्छ भने फाइन, ठीक छ, राख्नुस्, प्रब्लम त हुँदैन. कसैले पनि किन राखेकोले यो राखेर त काम छैन भनेर त भन्दैन हैन. तर यदि इन्फर्मेसन धेरै छ भने I would recommend relevant information राख्नु, बाँकीलाई चाहिँ हटाइदिने है. Okay, next, would you please share your slides so that we can keep it for the future reference? Sure. That's important also. Can you give us the clean, uncluttered, ideal CV to look at? यो अलि अल्छी सरी मलाई अलिकति अल्छी पारा जस्तो देखियो यो हैन. सो अगेन गुगल गर्न सकिन्छ, बट फाइन, हामी एउटा आइडियल सिभी को फर्मेट पनि पठाउन सक्छौँ, बट आइडियली चाहिँ भन्न मिल्दैन बिकज अघि धेरैचोटि भनिसकेँ हैन. इट डिपेन्ड्स अन कुन चाहिँ कम्पनीमा एप्लाई गरिराख्नु भएको छ अनि त्यसपछि तपाईँको एक्सपिरियन्सेसहरू के छ भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ हो. अब फर्मेट भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ यु क्यान गेट इट अनलाइन. सो आइडियल सिभी चाहिँ आई वुड नट सेन्ड, सरी. Is it okay to include your volunteering experience to CV regardless of relevancy? Yes, sure. अघि भने जस्तै. So volunteering तपाईले धेरै ठाउँमा गरेको हुन सक्छ है. But if it makes sense, राख्नुस् है. तपाईलाई चाहिँ ठिकै लाग्छ, ओके गर्दाखेरि राम्रै जस्तो देखिन्छ सिभीमा, त्यो एउटा छुटे चाम आउँछ भने 2-3टा राख्नुस्, तर त्यसैले नै सिभी चाहिँ भन्ने काम चाहिँ नगर्नु होला. Okay. Can you keep all our research papers in CV if not published yet? पब्लिस नै भएको छैन भने रिसर्च पेपर राख्नु खासै सेन्स नै दिँदैन आई वुड से, बिकज त्यो भेरिफाई गर्ने ठाउँ हुँदैन. यदि तपाईँहरूले जस्तै कलेजमा बुझाउनु भएको प्रोजेक्टको फाइलहरू छ भने चाहिँ द्याट वुड बी हेल्पफुल है, बिकज यु विल हेभ द्याट सिग्नेचर गरेको फाइलहरू. न त रिसर्च पेपर भनेर कसैले पनि कुनै पनि बडीबाट यदि त्यसलाई चाहिँ भेरिफाई गरेको छैन भने, जस्तै कलेजमा दिएको प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्टमा टिचरहरूले भेरिफाई गर्नुहुन्छ, एक्सटर्नल गार्डहरूले के भन्छ एक्जामिनरहरूले सरी भेरिफाई गर्नुहुन्छ हैन. सो द्याट वुड मेक सेन्स. तर त्यतिकै पब्लिस नभएको पब्लिस नभएको पेपरहरूलाई चाहिँ यतिकै राख्दाखेरि इट डज नट गिभ मच मिनिङ. फेक नै गरेको नि हुनसक्छ भन्ने सेन्समा. Okay, so is it in last होला यो, is it okay to include appreciation certification received in the field not related to the post? यो answer गरिसकेँ होला मैले. Okay, thank you. So again, thank you everyone who listened. So if you want to get connected, I have LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. Niranjan Udas probably social media ma एउटा मात्रै होला. I hope it stays that way for long. If you want to get connected, you can say. Thank you.
Nice one. So हामी still I think अबको next 8 to 10 minutes online नै हुन्छौँ. So यदि कसैले in person voice-मा म सोध्न चाहन्छु केही कुरा भन्ने छ भने पनि you can stay and ask as well. So I think 10 minutes जति चाहिँ हामी बस्छौँ होला. होइन भने ड्रप हुँदै गर्नुभयो नि हुन्छ. अनि फ्युचरमा कुनै इभेन्टहरू यो खालको सेसनहरू भयो भने हामीलाई रिलेभेन्ट हुन्छ जस्तो फिल गर्नुहुन्छ भने गर्ल्सिङ टेकको टिमलाई इभेन्टको टाइटलहरू अथवा टपिकहरू पोस्ट गर्नु होला. हामी रिलेभेन्ट इभेन्टहरूमा रिलेभेन्ट इभेन्टहरू लिएर फेरि पनि आउने नै छौँ.
Thank you, Anjani sir and yeah, so thank you everyone who's been here till now. I think हजुरहरूले चाहिँ आफूहरूलाई सोध्न मन लागेको कुराहरू सबैको एन्सर्स पनि पाउनु भयो होला र हजुरहरूले चाहिँ जे स्किल्सहरू चाहिँ यहाँ सिक्न आउनु भएको थियो त्यो पनि पाउनु भयो होला. So as Anjani sir has already said, हामीले चाहिँ यस्तो वेबिनार्सहरू चाहिँ will continue doing it. So we are planning on doing 2 every week. So त्यसैले चाहिँ मैले हजुरहरूलाई अघि कन्फर्मेसनको लागि इमेल पनि पठाएको थिएँ. एज आइभ अलरेडी मेन्सन इन द इमेल, यु क्यान हुन्छ नि सजेस्ट मी वाट यु वुड लाइक टु सी इन द फ्युचर होइन. हजुरहरूले चाहिँ अब कुनै प्रोग्रामिङ ल्याङ्ग्वेजहरूको केही स्पेसिफिक सिक्न चाहनुहुन्छ कि ओर यु वान्ट मोर सफ्ट स्किल ट्रेनिङ होइन, लिडरसिप ओर जे पनि हुनसक्छ. हजुरहरूलाई चाहिने के इम्पोर्टेन्ट लाग्छ भने प्लिज सेन्ड मी एन इमेल. आई टक विथ द टिम अनि हामीले चाहिँ त्यही रिलेटेड प्रोग्राम्सहरू चाहिँ विल ब्रिङ इट अप होइन एन्ड विल इन्फर्म यु. So as जो आउनु भएको छ, so we will send emails to everyone if we have another webinar coming up in the future. So thank you again for joining us. हाम्रो चाहिँ अहिले Genese Cloud Academy र Girls in Tech ले मिलेर गरेको थियौँ. We had Niranjan Udas and Anjani sir as our facilitators. So thank you everyone for being here. अब हजुरहरूलाई क्वेसन सोध्न मन लाग्नु भएको छ भने you can on your microphone and ask the questions yourself. And if you do not wish to ask anything and if you think that your job in this webinar is done, you can drop the call. Also, I'd like to add something, right? So, जो जानु भएको छैन, can you please, हुन्छ नि, like, can you please send us some messages in the chat line if you did learn anything new or if you had an impactful session today? Okay.
सृष्टि अर्को चाहिँ यदि हाम्रो सेसन युजफुल लाग्यो भने गर्ल्स इन टेकको प्रोफाइल हुन्छ नि फेसबुक प्रोफाइलमा रिभ्यू गर्न पनि रिक्वेस्ट गर तिमीले जेनेस क्लाउडको प्रोफाइलमा पनि रिभ्यू गरे राम्रै हुन्छ
Send the links. Okay. Okay,
so all the people out there who are from Pakistan, I understand, we had done a bit mixed language with the Nepali and English language, but in future, we will make sure, we have event specific to Pakistan where we make sure we use English language, or we might even get some Urdu speaking people as well. So Niranjan, not sure if you realize, we actually had people from Pakistan as well today. I think we still have people from Pakistan, I think. So yeah, thank you very much everyone for joining. And in future, we will make sure, we cover in English language as well, completely. Okay, Srishti, I think it's good to close. So I'm going off as well. And hopefully see you again in the next session. And Milan, please make sure you, save the recording so we can actually distribute the recording very soon. So Srishti, how long was the total event? 2.5. 2.5 hours?
okay.